period.
Like,
You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Look, big dummy. Don't be a dummy, get your bitch ass shot and fuck around and catch something when I spin that block. In real life, I ain't got no options, cause I done already slid and came out on top. Bitch, blow something, let them hoes know something. I'm from Shooterville where it ain't no front. Big bigs, came up on the big lick. Threw him out the whip cause he always on some bitch shit. And I threw a couple switches on the one thing. Niggas came to scrap, man, I came for the gunplay. Fuck a black belt, this bitch gon' kick back. Put a little extra sauce on this Big Mac. Flip shit like a motherfucker spatula. One wrong move, watch your body get to racking up. Think he tough cause he got his face tatted up. Still on these bitch niggas' neck like Dracula. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. I ain't about to play with now one of these guys. All they gotta do is call if you want a surprise. I'll pop up on a nigga like Jack in the Box. And if the shit don't work, then it's back to the block. Said fuck the AR, went back to the chop. Fuck the H-Can, went back to the Glock. Still with the shits like I'm back on the pot. Touchdown in your city like I'm trafficking blocks. Blue tips for the loose lips, hoes in your cool shit. Niggas talk crazy, but they ain't gon' do shit. Crowd wolf till we pull up with that new shit. With the green beam looking like a moon mist. I lay a nigga down like a pallet. Always in the cut, ain't no catching me in traffic. Finger on the trigger and this bitch is automatic. And I always been a giver, I let a nigga have it on the gang. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. You ain't nothing but a big dummy. God, you a big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy. Big dummy. Ain't nothing but a big dummy.
The only reason I call you a dummy is because I call them as I see them.
like,
Dummy.
See, the first problem was you tried to take my kindness for weakness. Took me for granted, not knowing all the while I was letting you dig a deep hole for yourself. See, you just a taker, not a giver. So it's time for me to say, be gone. Cause, you got me fucked up. 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 You come up in my crib and you smoke up all my weed. You dented up my ride, then still ask me for the keys. I let you use my credit card for some emergency, and now you got excuses about why you can't pay the fees. You always need a handout every time you come around. Take shits up in my toilet and you never flush it down. Try to holler at my girl when I was working out of town. Now I gotta cut you loose cause you be stepping out of bounds. You got me fucked up. 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 Now baby doll, here we are chilling on the third date, and it's obvious to me that you ain't giving me no play. You been scrolling through your phone pretty much through motherfuckers gon' play me.
Welcome back to
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now swing deep in with your host and one only Great Black Shark. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something different over here tonight. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. You see the thumbnail. You see the title. Oh, we got to talk about this broken feminist mindset. Now, let me give my disclaimer at the onset of the broadcast. I am not a all of anybody channel. I don't speak in absolutes. I speak to who it pertains to with whatever message I'm delivering. So hopefully all my moderators will let the people that come in with the not all, like, listen, damn it, he didn't say all. Okay. You know, we don't like dumb folks over here. So my moderators will be on point about letting people know that, hey, just sit back and listen. And if I didn't say all, didn't mean all, because y'all know I'm one of the people on these microphones that I will say what I mean and mean what I say. I'll say it, mean it, I'm here to represent it, and I will say it offline as well. Okay? So just want to be clear for all the newcomers. Welcome to all the new subscribers, by the way. You like, things without sugarcoating over here, this is what we do. As long as people support the platform, I'm going to give it to you straight with no chaser. All right? So tonight, I'm looking to teach a lesson over here. This is not going to be a gotcha kind of broadcast, roasting and none of that. We got to teach a lesson. I got to shout out my brother NCO because I first saw him cover this. And I said, oh, man, I got to get a piece of this one. I'm going to take it a bit further here tonight because we're going to basically break down this whole I don't need no man and, I can do this and that by myself, strong and independent stuff. It's been a while since I broached the subject matter. But I'm going to do it in a way tonight where, for the people that want to get it, they're going to get it. For the knuckleheads, they're going to learn the hard way because, like I've always said, there's two ways in life you can get a lesson. You can get the easy way or the hard way, but before it's over, you will get the lesson. You just get to pick which way you're going to get it. All right? So there's that. But what I'm going to have to do is break down exactly what a man is when people talk about you don't need a man. Now, we're going to get into that deep here tonight, and we're going to prove it. Okay? So, this is what we're going to be reviewing here. This young brother, Trey, does like the street interviews and stuff. I know he has some controversial content, but these particular things we're going to review here tonight, I got to do some teaching on it. Okay? So just letting y'all know what the gist of the broadcast is. And now that you know, let me scroll up and greet those of you who are my esteemed guests in the building. I see the sister Cammy in the building. What's going on, good sister? I see D-Love over here, Tanisha Murdoch, Sakina Collins, Only Pamela's Way, Priscilla Taylor. All right, I see, hold on. I see DSB225 in the building. My good sister Angelica Lana 200. All right, Ramona Bryan is in the building. See my brother James Seaton here. The Vegan Kitchen Queen, Miss Ebony Dean in the building. I see Salvation by Grace in here. Bruce, I see you, good brother. Tay J is in the building. Let's see. Yeah, my brother Lee Holmes. I walk up right is in the building here. Okay, I think that's everybody. So salute and welcome to any and everybody that's joined us in the here tonight. Anybody else that'll come on in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get straight to brass tacks here. And before I do, I got to mention this because I know y'all probably done seen it. I started to play it over here tonight, but I said, nah, man, because I really want to teach this seriously. I got to do it, man. Brother Tariq, man, you done outdid yourself, boy. How many of y'all have seen that Tickle Me Taylor commercial he done came out with? Oh, my God. Boy, listen, if y'all had laughed all day or whenever you get a chance, y'all got to check that out. That is funny. I don't care no more. They're going to be hot. That's going to be worse than the Cheetah P one. Oh, my God. That is so funny. Y'all got to check that out, man. Listen, let me try to warn some of these new people that be messing with my brother, okay? All right? Let me warn y'all about Tariq, man. Stop. Unless roasting is your thing, if you sensitive, don't do that. See, you got to understand something about creators, man. People that are very talented, multifaceted at that. That brother's a filmmaker. He's an author. community activist, okay? I mean, musician. You gotta choose your battles wisely. If you're not a talented person, now if you got it like that, hey man, step on up and knock yourself out. But if not, he will immortalize you in the internet hall of shame or infamy forever. Okay, you will be picked on. Okay, and the label will stick because it'll be catchy. See, it's one thing to get roasted. It's another thing to get roasted if somebody has a propensity and a talent for making it catchy, and it becomes a cultural thing. Look, let me tell you something. This is how you know you're done. You're done when the kids start, oh my God, when the kids get a hold to it, it's over with, man. I mean, the kids, that's the future of society. Look, some of y'all better stop, man. Because what's going to happen, you're going to be at the airport, some kid going to be making fun of you, you're going to be mad, especially you tellers, man. So I'm just saying, look, you ain't got to listen to me. But if you go see that commercial, you know what I'm saying? You know what, damn it. Y'all. Should I play it? Should I play it, family? You know what? Hold on, damn it. Let me, because I'm trying to warn them. Nah, let me see if I can pull it. I wasn't going to do this here tonight, but shit, that shit is funny. Hold on. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do it. So we're going to get into our serious lesson, man. Because see, I'm trying to help people, man. I don't know why people jump on that train, man, thinking that they can hang, man, and then get sensitive. And then here come the behind the scenes, man, can we squash the beef? It was never no beef. You started the shit and he finished it. So, I don't think some of these people get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to say this before I play this, and maybe this will help warn them. When you go to war, you got to do intel and take assessment of who you trying to go to war with, okay? You got to do that. I mean, because if you don't, you're gonna lose, all right? This ticklish tether shit, boy. Oh my God, this is the funniest shit, boy, I've seen.
Introducing the one, the only.
Hold on, man. Let me put this thing on the screen. And look at the goofy looking dog. This little motherfucker look devious. He look just like one of them, man. They call it with that all that damn dolphin laughing and shit. That's what I call it. Yeah, laughing and shit. I hate that. And look, to the FBA brothers that do that, I'm getting on YouTube. Young men, let me talk to you, okay? Whether you of our lineage or not. When you call up to talk to another grown man, and maybe this is because you do this around your peers, but this is some shit y'all need to stop. Don't call no other grown man up giggling and shit like a bitch, okay? If you want respect amongst other men, especially that are older than you, don't call us up. Now, we all roasting this shit, okay, that's different. But when it's serious business, and then if you going to critique somebody, because look, everybody can be critiqued. Nobody's above that. I got to give y'all some game before I play this damn silly shit. Listen, man, nobody's above critique. But if you're going to critique somebody, try to do it in good faith. And definitely if you're trying to prove a point or be taken serious or have some type of integrity when you walk away from the confrontation, you can't do that by giggling like you about to sound here in this commercial. Because this is how y'all sound. Listen, man. I'm gonna play this shit for anybody that's had a bad day. So, without further ado, I didn't do this. Now, let me make it clear in case nobody's seen this. This is not my handiwork. I didn't put this idea in his head. He don't need my help. This is all treating shit. I'm just playing this so people can know what you got coming if you go fucking with that man. And he got a long list of victims, okay? We talking decades worth. You better, some of them are well known, some of them are not. That's just not one of the people that you can start up with and you don't think he gonna get his lick back. All right. So, anyway, I'm gonna play it and y'all will see what I'm talking about.
Introducing the one, the only, the Laugh Out Laugh Plush Pal Ticklish Tether.
I love Bush Beat.
Pull the tether and hear silly sayings, goofy giggles, and laugh attacks that keep the whole room cracking up.
I work hard, unlike the lazy akatas.
Ticklish Tether. Pull the string, start the giggles. Ticklish Tether is fun for all ages.
I want some egusi soup, nigga.
Pull the tether string and enjoy hours of laugh attacks that will keep you in stitches.
You FBA are jealous of my success, nigga.
Ticklish Tether. Fake degrees and musty t-shirts sold separately.
Oh my God, man. Pull the string. Hear the giggles. What them damn teeth. Listen, man. I've been able to throw it out here, man. The only thing missing, the musty t-shirts shouldn't come separately. Musty t-shirts should be on the damn ticklish tether. I mean, the mustard tea, it should have some mustard stains up on it. Oh my God. Oh, listen. I don't care what you say. That shit is funny. Look, I played that as a courtesy. I'm going to leave it alone for there. If you want to mess with that man after that, all right. I mean, look, well, maybe, you know, because we got AI and shit, so maybe if you kind of fly with AI, maybe you can hit back. I mean, if it's funny, he'll laugh at it. But, you know, if you ain't built to take jokes, you can take jokes on your high school, in your high school classes, or on your playground in grade school. Just stop. Don't do that. All right? So I'm going to leave it alone now. I'm going to leave it alone. You've been warned, and I've shown an example. But, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's discourse is going to be about trying to correct this poisonous mentality, all jokes aside, that, you know, some young ladies will experience, you know, because it starts at home. And, you know, you never know what type of relationship somebody had with their parents or if their father was there or not. Or just as bad as the father not being there, if the father's present and there's an unfortunate situation where somebody has a substance abuse problem, alcohol problem, you know, that's just as bad as the father not being there. So I do understand where some of these mentalities we're going to review here come from tonight, but it's very harmful because I'm just going to say it flat out. Men and women on the planet in general, but you know I'm only concerned about our community in Black America. We have a symbiotic relationship. It's symbiosis. That means that we depend on each other. Women need men, men need women. And notice you don't hear a bunch of men that are heterosexual running around saying, we don't need no women. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can't sign me up for that club. I love my baby. Look, we get on each other's nerves, baby. I love you. We get on each other's nerves sometimes, but we work that shit out in love. Because, I mean, you know, hey, that's the fun part. I don't know what I would do without her. That's my other half, man, boy. Y'all think I'm silly, boy. Y'all don't want us to tag team together on no roasting. So one of these days, y'all may find out who that is. But, you know, I'm just saying, I need my woman. Fuck that. Yeah, I can't join Team Billy Porter. Now, for the rest of them boys, if that's their way of coming out the closet, if for the few men that talking about they don't need no women, okay, you go do that by yourself. But see, for the ladies that say that, it's a bit more complex because, you know, sometimes they may hear from their mother if their mother made certain bad decisions or if their father wasn't worth nothing. Or, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they may get out on their own and, you know, because they haven't been taught how to choose a good dude. Because first you will have to see, hopefully, the example of a good man in your home with your father. That's where it should start. But, you know, if you get out here in the world, you get your heart broken. And the next thing you know, you end up like Cynthia G in that wig. God, she's back. Have y'all seen her? Woo, that woman is losing her mind. Oh, she looked like a zombie off Resident Evil or something. Anyway, I don't want to see no young ladies go down that path, okay? I'm truly a believer that it is somebody out there for everybody, but for men and women alike, we have to be very mature and very discerning about who we choose to be our partners, our mates, spouses, whatever you want to call it, okay? We have to be discerning. And see, some of this, whether it's men or women, but we're going to be discussing it as far as women here tonight, is some of this stuff, man, that I see where people having these attitudes, barring that, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with daddy issues. It's a lot of irresponsibility and not taking accountability for who you choose. So we all have to do that now. You know, that's one reason why I'm a big believer in, like, you know, if something goes wrong between you and somebody, you don't get to talking bad about, you know what I'm saying, your exes, because that's a reflection upon you. You chose them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, a lot of people don't think about it that way, but it's true. Oh, yeah, Project Leroy, I saw it. I was checking. Oh, yeah, and man, you know what? I got to put y'all up on these brothers, man. I'm just glad you said that, Project Leroy. I saw that when she was arguing with ChatGPT, y'all. I might have to review that over here. Man, shout out to the brothers over there at Cart Before the Horse and SBC Nation and Truth Over Lies channel, man. If y'all don't know who Gavin Ace and Mr. Walker are, man, hey, y'all need to check that channel out. And yes, the fabulously golden and glistening Miss Ebony Dean features on that channel sometimes. Y'all go check them out, man. They have excellent content. In case you don't know who they are, I got to brag on them because, hey, you know, I won't ever put them before you that I wouldn't watch. They're married brothers of the lineage, okay? Very respectful. Now, they don't curse or very little, you know what I'm saying? Very well put together production. You know what I'm saying? They do long form content, by the way. So no, if long form content is not your thing, that ain't gonna be for you. Okay? Ain't gonna be for you. But you know, know what I'm saying? It's, I want y'all to check them out. So I might have to kind of start, you know what? I'm going to share some of their stuff with my community tab because that's what I like to do with my platform and my community tab. I like it to kind of be a gateway to y'all finding other content creators or information that you think you can use. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I don't feature the content or shout them out, that's why I post other people's stuff in my community tabs. I mean, that helps people find other things that are of interest. All right. So yeah, be looking out for that post after the broadcast. Emily D said, yeah, whatever chemicals in her brain has made her lose her damn mind. Oh, she done lost it, all right. It's gone. I'm not sure one was ever there to begin with, but I digress. Anyway, we're going to talk of this, and the young man Trey here, shout out to him. We're going to be reviewing what he had to say because he was just kind of asking some questions on the street. Y'all going to see where this is about to go, man. But yeah, we're going to break this down from the 0 to 0. So let's get into it.
The channel. Thank you to everybody who's been liking the videos, subscribing, hyping the videos. You're making the channel come a long way, and I appreciate everybody. Let's get into the video. Excuse me, ma'am. What's the most beautiful thing about a black woman?
Me.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
You might be on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Why do you say me?
I think a black woman, the beautiful thing about a black woman is we can advocate for ourselves. We're black, we're beautiful, we strong. We take care of a lot of shit without a man. We don't need a man.
Let me pause it right here, right? Because I'm going to do this in a mature way, okay? So I want to speak to, any sisters, no matter the age range, but particularly young ladies, okay? If you happen to find your way over here or if you're listening, take it from Uncle, okay? Take it from Uncle Shaw. Let me holler at you for a minute. You see how the sister came up, he asked her a question. Hey, what's the most beautiful thing about a black woman? And she comes up with attitude, me. Okay? Nothing wrong with having a healthy self-esteem and opinion of yourself. But ladies, let me speak to you about something. I know this is not going to be the popular thing, but put me to the test on this, okay? Because anything that I say on this microphone, I like you to put me to the test. To the younger sisters in particular, when you approach anybody in public with that type of energy, it's off-putting for a woman to do that. You're naturally a woman. Your femininity should be innate to you. It's not something that's contingent upon if somebody do something or don't do something. That's just like my masculinity isn't contingent upon what a woman does or doesn't do. I'm going to be a man 24/7 whether a woman is there or not there. I have to be that because, one, that's what my genetic code is. And number two, I understand my God-given station in life. And number three, I understand that in this world, I better be one. You better be one. That's to my advantage to understand my position. The same would apply on the inverse for a woman. Your power lies in your femininity, okay? Your soft-spokenness, your intelligence, okay? Your ability to do the things that are germane to the life of a woman. That's what gets you respect because, see, and I'm not saying good, bad, right, or wrong. We just speaking facts over here tonight. So if anybody getting their feelings, put your big girl panties on. We're going to teach, okay? Let me explain something to you before we let this go on. In fact, the business fellas, maybe you can help me out. Now, I know we all grown over here. So to the newcomers, this isn't the, we bash the black women channel. No, we don't do that. Nor do we bash black men. We call things down the middle in a mature manner. So we're going to teach. To the brothers in here, I want you to bear me witness and give me a thumbs up if what I'm about to say is correct. Or if I'm incorrect, give me a thumbs down. Okay? To the brothers, if what I'm about to say next is correct, give me a thumbs up. What I'm about to say is incorrect, give me a thumbs down. We live over here, okay? I'm going to give an example. And you brothers can bear witness to this by the women that you know in your lives, no matter what their relation to you is. You take a woman, a sister, and it doesn't matter what she dark skin, light skin, we don't care what she big or whatever, or slim. None of that is relevant. We're just talking about her demeanor and her disposition. Now, we're going to use two types. The type like this sister that's aggressive and coming up here, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all going to see, boy, she just getting started. Got that type of demeanor in a woman. Then you have the more genteel, soft-spoken, feminine sister. Now, if both of them sisters are in some type of trouble, okay? We ain't even talk about nothing too severe. Let's just say somebody talking crazy to him. Which one, brothers, are we going to be more likely to step in if we decide to do that? Is it going to be the sister that's more soft-spoken, that has a reputation for not doing nothing and running up in nobody's face? Or will we be more likely to run to the aid of the one that's more aggressive, where we like, I don't know about this. Chances are you might have called that man out his name and said something. I got to wait and see what's going on before I step in. Which one now? I want all men on the side of my voice to tell me this, because see, I'm proving a point here tonight. We gonna break this down where it makes sense. Now the knucklehead chicks ain't gonna listen, but hopefully the younger sisters that want to do well and get a decent dude and actually have the protection that a lot of them claim they don't have, maybe they'll be able to use this and get that dude that's meant for them to be their protector provider. Now, brothers, let me know. Okay? Because I'm talking to the brothers. I really ain't talking to the sisters on this, and I'm going to ask the question again. Brothers, which type of demeanor are we more likely to help? The soft-spoken sister that has a reputation for minding her own business? Or the sister that's loud, that running up in men's faces and all that other stuff? Which one now? I'm looking. Okay, I see Lee Holmes. He said the one with the less smile. Okay, I'm seeing the answers that most men would say, because I'm asking the men in here because I want the men to sound off so that in the chat room people can look back and see. Because if I'm wrong, the brothers over here call me out. Okay, ain't nothing but men over here. They say this ain't the soy boy playground over here. I can be challenged. Or I can be wrong. But I'm saying this in general so that women that look back at this chat room tonight will see what most of the men are saying. Okay, it's not just me. And see, there's a reason behind that. Because again, the one that's known for being loud, belligerent, cursing people out, run up in their face, and look, ladies, please don't do that. Especially you younger women. I'm going to tell you why the younger women shouldn't do that today, all right? No woman should do it, but especially this younger generation, we talking Gen Z, Gen Alpha, don't do that. I got to say it like it is. A lot of these boys are raised, and fathers ain't there. They got feminine ways in a masculine body, so a lot of them don't really see no difference or don't really see no wrong in putting their hands on you. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you run up on a lot of these younger dudes, they'll swing back. Remember, if they wearing purses and paint their nails like you and all that other stuff, they think they got something in common with you. They wearing bonnets already, so be careful putting your hands on dude. Don't do that. If somebody tries to harm you, don't be running up in no man's face because you putting yourself out of the place of a woman. I don't believe in hitting women, but I'm saying keep yourself in a woman's place, okay? So that's my admonition to this younger generation. You better read the room, all right? So now, brothers will be more quick to help the soft-spoken sister that has a reputation because you think about it. Your grandmothers, definitely your mother, you know what I'm saying? Your aunties, little sisters, hell, your cousins, just your homeboy, brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sister. Okay? Your homeboy, female relative. You be like, man, ain't that so-and-so? Man, they don't bother nobody. You know, all of us know women in our lives, no matter what the relation they are to us. We be like, hey, boy, you better not, bro. Like, hey, my nigga, hold up. Is it a problem? They're like, hold up, bro. Why you in her face like that? Back up, player. Hey, sister, go ahead and go over there. Let me have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong, brothers? All of us know a woman in our life where if we see her and it look like she being pressed by some men, hold up. Whoa, what we got going on over here? You know? But see, the women that's like this chick, yeah, brothers gonna kind of, you know, it's a case-by-case basis with that. We got to see if you initiate that situation. Because, see, one of the things that a competent and a well-rounded, mature man is able to help his woman understand if she doesn't already understand it, because the most mature women, they have this under control. They learn early, because they had good mothers to teach them. But that mouth, now I will concede all women at times, now I will say all women on this. At times, all women lose control of their mouth, okay? That's just a part of being a woman. Just more or less to a degree, they will. But the ones that never learn to control it, you know what I'm saying? See, because it comes from an environment where they see their mothers or other female family run up in men's faces, and what they don't understand is you got two things going on in that equation. Because I'm saying this because I don't want to see women get hurt. Two things going on. You might be running over on some weak dudes that you can slap around and beat up. That might be it. It's some out there that you can't do that. Then the other thing is what a lot of them forget, the natural strength difference between men and women. And a lot of times the dudes don't do nothing to you because they don't want to hurt you. Every man in the world ain't like that. You understand? So when you get all this mouth and you thinking there's an invisible shield between you and them, you got to keep in mind, every man ain't like the men that you used to dealing with when you go outside your front door, when you leave your community neighborhood where you can get that off. Moreover, you should never want to get that off because I'm going to tell you something else I want the ladies, especially the young ones, to put to the test. The women that are more genteel and soft-spoken and keeping their feminine element. Now, I'm a big believer on all women having self-defense and practicing protecting yourself in case somebody try to harm you. I'm all for that. But the women that stay in their feminine lane, oh, those are the women that are way more powerful than you. Those are the ones that are going to get the things out of life quicker and in more abundance than you will. You're going to have to struggle because you're trying to be a little pseudo version of a man. There's nothing cute about that. If you're around a bunch of females that think that's cute, you might want to separate. If it's your intent to be with a man that's going to protect and provide for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I know this isn't the popular thing to say. Yes, I'm a Gen Xer. I am old school, but to a degree, this kind of translates to all generational men that have a backbone. A man that's about something ain't gonna put up with no woman challenging him all the time, being disrespectful. That's a dead end right there. That's a no-go. Because what can I do with you if I can't lead you and you can't follow my instructions? I can't protect you if I can't direct you. You understand? I can't protect you if I can't direct you. Protection begins with an open ear, not when you in trouble, not when help. Nope, protection begins. Okay, hey, babe, don't wear that. Hey, don't go out over here. I need you back to the house before 11 o'clock. I don't need you out late night. Hey, them group of friends right there? No, I don't want you with a bunch of friends that's always drunk, getting into bullshit, running their mouth. You know what I mean? That's protection right there. Think about it if you hire a bodyguard for the women that's like, because I know some of them kids on the playback come. I'm like, no, listen to what I'm saying. But the crowd, okay, say you hire a bodyguard. You're a world famous star, okay? Your security tell you, all right, Miss Jackson, Miss so-and-so, whoever. In order for us to protect you, this is the security protocol we laying out. We need you to stay within this framework. If something happened, these are the signals you throw us, and we're going to communicate this to you. This means come towards us, or we'll come towards you, whatever. They give you a protocol to follow. Now, after them giving you this protocol, you do everything except what they told you to do. Now, for everybody on the sound of my voice, can you protect somebody that won't follow instructions? Because see, security, it's a two-way street. You got to follow the instructions of your security. Am I right or wrong? Did I make that pig simple? Did I explain it where a 5-year-old could get it? That's what I like to do. I like to make it simple over here. Or I can use all types of upper collegiate level language, you know what I'm saying, and uncommon vernacular, but I don't like to do that. I like for everybody to pick up what I'm putting down. Everybody get it, right? All right. Ms. Zell just brought up a good point in the chat room. She said, big facts. Hubby and I went to a concert yesterday. I was grateful for hubby. And a 10, 20-pound bag with ice water, kombuchas, and 2 lawn chairs for a decent walk. I carried out snacks. Exactly. And that's what we're for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get deep into that tonight, my sister, Ms. L. You know what I'm saying? And see, shout out to my brother, Mr. Sam, Philly, Georgia brother, man. You know, we big on family values down here still. You know, it's one of the few places in the country where it's still a big thing. But, you know, I said all that to say to some of the younger, impressionable sisters, please consider what I'm saying. Because, see, what happens is you go so long doing a thing like that, and see, society has kind of set the women up of our races today, but I'm only concerned about ours. I'll be fine if all other races outside of Black America kept doing the goofy stuff they're doing, so our women would get it right and be in a power position. But society has set y'all up today with a lot of entertainment, media, these different platforms of social media, this general consensus that you just disrespect all men without making distinctions. Let me be unequivocally clear on this microphone. I am not saying all men are worthy of respect. Some of them are not. I will never sit up here and act like all men are worthy of respect just because we got a twig and berries between our legs. No, that's not how it works. You have to learn to judge and make distinctions on the men that are worthy of respect versus the ones that you just indifferent towards. Okay? Because see, what's going to happen is if you develop a habit of that, it's going to be harder to break psychologically. And then what's going to happen, you're going to look up one day and you're going to be 50, 60 years old, where all the good men was, and you're going to be bitter and angry, and you're going to be the next Cynthia G. You know, you don't want to do that because she's looking for, replacement crypt keepers because that's what she looked like. Okay? And I don't want y'all to have to be a replacement crypt keeper for her. Okay? All of you women listen to the sound of my voice, even you, if you can get your act together, you deserve to be happy. In order to get to that happiness with a man, though, you're going to have to learn to recognize the ones that are worthy of respect and give the respect that you wish to receive. Let's let it continue.
Shit.
So
Men was mad that we got jobs. The fuck? Weak ass niggas.
If I'm not mistaken, the question was, what is the most beautiful thing about a black woman? How did we go from that to her insulting men? Does it make sense to you guys? Because I'm kind of confused right now.
Well, to answer the young brother Trey's question, it does make sense to me. I know what I'm looking at. I'm telling by her demeanor that she was raised in a house full of nothing but women that act this way. See, this is learned behavior. People don't just grow up and act this way, okay? I don't care which way it is. It starts at home. This is where she got this from. And it's worked for her environment, but I'm telling you right now, she's not happy at all. No woman is. All that I'm strong and independent stuff, let me tell you something, and I'm not doing this to make light of it. Go back to the pandemic. Oh, they learned how much they needed men then for the one that was there. Oh, yeah. See, it's cute when all these systems that's been in place that were built by men function. But I'm going to tell you something. When the lights go out, resources are scarce. When people are competing for resources, all that, I don't need a man talk, go out the window then. Oh, yes, it does. That pandemic should have taught a lot of people a lesson, like all that mob. That's cute. In a civilized society where everything functions, let sister society break down. Now, I'm not saying women are just helpless, they'll be defensive, but it'll be a lot harder for you to make it without a man in those times. You go back, for those of you that can remember that, think back to when it was that artificial gas shortage. You know what I'm saying? People out there taking stuff, and that's when the worst of humanity comes out, when there's a shortage or perceived shortage of resources. As a woman, no matter how much mouth you got, there are some disreputable cretins out there that are men. They'll be like, oh, okay, she got a cart full of groceries. That's something I need. Let me take it from her. I mean, not showing you any type of courtesy in line, because they're like, oh, I got to get gas first before it run out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing that people didn't experience. So what I'm saying is, for Sister Gal here, with all of this, she's young, so she still got time to learn, but it's going to be a hard road ahead of her, man. Because she was like, she mentioned men was mad because we got jobs. Baby, what man you talking about? Because, see, a lot of times they will conflate white male perceived patriarchy with what black men have going on. We ain't never been in control of our women's destiny. We black men as a whole, black American men in our country. I can't speak for African men, Caribbean men. That's their nation where they run. That's a different set of issues. We're talking about the foundational black American freedman man, okay? We have never been in control to write no laws to tell our women what they couldn't do. The whole thing about women not having bank accounts to, the 70s or what have you, that wasn't us writing them laws. That wasn't us saying you couldn't go in the workforce. We have never been able to put nothing in legislation to stop you from doing the damn thing. Not then, not now. So she needs to get the context of what she's saying, talking about men was mad we had jobs. No, which men you talking about? Let it continue.
You don't think black women need men at all?
I mean, we need men for all reasons, all sexual reasons, but in all reality, we don't need no man. I didn't watch my mother be a woman her whole life. She didn't need no man. She took care of me her whole motherfucking life. She did not need no nigga. She did not need my dad.
Do you think it would have been easier if you're...
Now let's broach this subject right here, and it's sad, y'all. It is sad, because when you look at her, one, she's young, and those are the eyes that are so naive and don't even understand the world that you living in. You don't, because you're just that young. First of all, let's get this straight about what a man is in the whole comprehensive definition of the word. First thing she went to was talking about sex. I got news for any woman that thinks that way. A man is more than just a dick and a wallet. We gonna put them two things completely to the side. Let's run down this list, okay? Our very presence protects you. Do you understand? Never mind, we gonna get into what we do, but our very presence is a deterrent. You think to the households you know where there is no man there. And everybody in that neighborhood know if somebody wants to do something nefarious, they're like, okay, if I'm a trial house, it's going to be one where this woman is over there. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to do whatever they want to do, because sisters, practice your Second Amendment right. What I'm saying is, if there's a risk assessment involved, if somebody wants to do something nefarious, they're going to pick the target that they assume is the least resistant. Okay? I mean, that's always going to be a woman by herself. Versus where there's a house where they know that there's a man that they see coming and going every day. They're like, oh, no. Mm-hmm. I don't know when it comes to raising the kid. Like, no, I can't sneak over there and try to see what's going on with Miss Smith's daughter. No, he don't play the radio about that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to raising them boys, when they get to smelling themselves, man, they get a little funk under their arm. Start talking to mama crazy, it pop in the house like, hey, watch your mouth, boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no man. No, there are tangibles and intangibles that come with us. We ain't even finna get to the money or nothing about no sex yet. Now, let's leave that alone. What happens when you need that oil change, them tires change, you somewhere in your car, your tire go out, whatever reason you hadn't charged that phone, it's done damn near went dead, and the only call you can make is to your man if you got one? Do you know what kind of security that is for the women that's got that? And that man pick up that phone, where you at, babe? Oh, I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. You know when our women, fellas, we done all been there. Your woman call you and they just, baby, calm down. What happened? Where you at? Okay, tires flat. You over where? I'll be there in 5 minutes. Do you know what kind of security they give a woman that's got that versus the one where you got to be figuring out who you gonna call? Or let's just say you call AAA. It got to take time to get there. What if they can't get there? What if they get there and want to overcharge you? Worst case scenario, what if they get there and they got other things on their mind? Huh? Oh yeah, we going there. I ain't done. Oh no, I'm not done. She's saying it because she's not thinking and she's young. I guarantee you most of the women under the sound of my voice are not trying to do no damn yard work. Fellas, you know we love it. We don't mind. Stop. It's therapeutic to me. I love some good landscaping. I do my own yards, okay? Ain't no woman, look, let me put it to the test, because I might just be talking. Even the dean saying, oh, you hit a curve and busted your tire. You know what I'm saying? Hey, see, that's an inside joke. But it worked out, okay? Listen, let me ask the ladies in here. Let me talk to you, ladies. Audience participation time. How many women in here enjoy using a hedge trimmer? I ain't talking about them little electric things. No. We talking about you got to mix that gas and that oil to make that solution. How many of y'all want to use that heavy-duty hedge trimmer to go keep them hedges right? In the summertime, then let's just say you do it. It's some wasp nests you got to deal with out there. How many of y'all want to get on that Z-turn more or push more? I ain't talking about the power repair neither. You get out there and do some good old lawn mowing. How many of y'all want to do that? Like chopping down some stuff if something need to be sawed and hacked down. How many of y'all want to climb up on your roof and clean your gutters yourself? You know, now maybe some women do all of that. Hey, shout out to y'all. But I'm asking the women in here, how many of y'all on average, sound off, ladies, y'all might be strong and independent. Yes, I said strong with a K, not strong, strong. It might be some strong women in here. I ain't done. How many of y'all want to get up on the car and do that oil change? Yeah. How many of y'all, if your homegirl call you and it's in the rain, girl, I'm over here in my vanity den, I need to jump off. Girl, it's 10 o'clock at night, it's raining. I need you my only friend. How many of y'all gonna jump about y'all bed and put on some coveralls and go out there in the rain and jump your homegirl off, huh? Y'all ready to do that? Oh yeah, see, I'm finna make this stick. Hold on, all these ladies talking about now in here. Whoa, let me read these. Okay, Sharon Thomas said nope. Uh-oh. I'm laughing. Oh my God. I'm seeing all these no's. I like to choke. Ramona Bryan said, not me. Angelica Lena, no. Tanisha Murdoch, not me. Good Lord. Miss L, hell no. Kelly Jane, not me. Only Pamela's way, no thank you. Cam, oh my goodness. Sister Cam said, no, let the men have it. Lord have mercy. What? See. Miss Ebony Dean, I already knew. She's like, I'm just not going to do it. Oh, that's her motto, y'all. Trust me, I know. Hey, listen, man, and Project Leroy said, G-Best, don't tell them about the water heater going on. Oh, yeah, let's go there. Oh, good, y'all. Water heater go out. Yeah. How many y'all ready to drain that thing and change that element? How many y'all, hey, central heat now go out. Now, sure, you can call somebody, but, if you got a fairly handy man, we can kind of get that fixed up and running. You know what I'm saying? See, listen, this young lady right here, I'm not going to be mean. She is so inexperienced, she don't know how inexperienced she is. Okay? The security of if something strange, hear a strange sound outside your house, and you know that you got a man there, be like, hold up. Because you already know whether it's outside the house or worst case scenario, inside the house. I'm just going to tell you what my protocol would be. If that happened, hey, babe, here, put this thing in your hand. We already done practiced for you how to use it. You stay in this room with these kids if you got them, okay? Close this door. I done already told you the signal that you don't open this door unless I do it. I'm finna go down here and get busy, okay? And if it's me now, you boy, you done made it that far and get past my camera system. Good luck with that. Cause now I'm finna send your ass to meet Jesus. But just know a man is gonna have a security protocol in place where he done already taught his family what to do. And a good one, depending on how old everybody is in their house, the whole family gonna be on your ass. There's gonna be some organization or some structure there. You know what I'm saying? Versus the average woman that wake up at 3 o'clock at night, she done hear that glass break. Oh my God, what do we do? I know the smart answers. You can call the police. Great, congratulations. It take time for the police to get there. It ain't like time you hit the number, they gonna teleport to your location. See, that's the thing. You can call them, but until you get there, what you gonna do? Huh? See, it's easy to have all that mind talking about what you don't need until you in the situation where you need it, huh? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and not to mention all the other things on the car that we keep running right so that you don't need to go and have them things done. See, look, a good man makes it so easy for the household, especially his woman and his children. Well, a lot of times we be done avoided crisis for them before they even get to them, man. But that's how we like to handle things before it even get to y'all. It be something that we decide to tell you about it. We'll tell you about it later. But see, I think every brother that's head of household in here, I think, look, watch this. Let me ask my brothers before I let this continue. Isn't one of the best feelings in the world when you know you the type of brother where you done handled your business and you can just sit back and watch your family enjoy themselves? Especially if they show you the proper respect. Don't we just like to sit back and just, yeah, man. You look at the fruits of your labor, you know everybody under your covering is good. Everybody got enough to eat, roof over their head, clothes in the back, lights on, water work, all that good stuff. Needs and wants met. Don't that make you feel good as a man? You know? But again, you know, we got some males out here, the Billy Porter Club. This don't apply to y'all, okay? Hey, you know, some of them, I ain't talking to you, okay? So I'm just giving some basic examples about, you know, why this just don't understand yet, because look, it's good for you to be able to do things for yourself. Yes. But this whole I don't need no man stuff, baby, you finna make your life a whole lot harder than it have to be. You know, and let's just say she's had her own experiences outside of what she said. She's seen her mother doing all of that. What she don't realize is, see, I got to go here and I'm not trying to be funny. She don't realize, yeah, your mama made it. Congratulations to her. But you ain't seen all the time when she was struggling to pay them bills and she was crying in her room by herself. You ain't seen that because she couldn't let you see that. When you left the house, she finally got some peace. She trying to figure out how she going to put things together to keep some food on the table for you. Huh? The thing she done had to deal with in the world with people talking crazy to her and ain't no man there. Anytime you got two women on the same roof like that and that pressure is on just that one woman to be head of household, oh, it's going to be some friction there. Oh, it's going to be some friction there. But that's not what a woman's supposed to do. Are there some that have to do it? Yes, there are. But is that something that the average woman wants to do? No. And that's a lot on a woman's shoulders. They're not built to be working 67 hours a week like brothers, man. Because y'all know, hey, shit, especially if we in our prime, man, we'll go get that overtime like it ain't nothing. Stack that bread, man, you know, and then we, you know, when we decide not to do it, we'll take a step back. But, you know, the average woman trying to work like that, I ain't saying none don't, but they ain't built to run neck and neck with us. You know, I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just saying. So, you know, I'm just laying out some things that I want anybody that finds this broadcast to think about. Let's let it continue.
Dad was there.
Maybe, but what that would have did?
It would have made it easier for her and for you at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah, because my father was in my life, even though he didn't be there as a man. He was in my life. We talked, we respectfully. I know him, but he don't give a fuck about me, and I don't give a fuck about him, respectfully.
So do you think if he...
See, oh God, I hate to see this, man. Oh, but I don't know if she got no brothers, no uncles. First of all, how you gonna say something that disrespectful about your father and then say respectfully? And I can tell she probably ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer by the way she's speaking here. I'm not trying to be funny. It's a lot that's missing because see what baby girl don't realize is, see, let me explain something. I know today in this country, you know, they downplay the importance of fathers and men and you know, in society in general. But let me explain something to her or anybody like her. One thing she don't understand is if you got a father that's in your life, especially in the household, baby girl, when you get ready to pick a man, one of the first things you're supposed to do is bring that boy to meet your daddy so he can size him up and see if this is somebody you need to be fooling with or not. Because we know, come on, fellas, come on now. See that? Look, a lot of them wouldn't be so angry today if they had that. Or if they rebel against their father, if they do have a good one. No, you trying to sneak around with little knucklehead, Pooktavius, or whatever you want to call him. No, bring that boy to meet your daddy. Okay? The same way, young men, bring that girl to meet your mama. Your mama gonna shoot straight with you. All right? See, we've gotten away from that. I know that's old school, yeah, but sometimes things that are old, that doesn't mean that you should stop doing it. The Lord knows she trying to pick a dude. She gonna end up picking the same types of dudes that make her reinforce this attitude that she got. Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. She's not done. She just getting started.
He was actually there with your mother. Do you think you would have a different mentality on
No.
men needing women?
No.
Or, I mean, women needing men?
No.
Okay, so you don't think they...
No.
But
if a female think they need a man, you're miserable. Because you don't need shit. You need yourself.
Boy, all these little bobblehead doll movements. Okay, so she thinks that the women that think they need a man are miserable. There's some sisters that are married in my chat and some that are taken. Let me ask the ladies in here. Ladies, do you not need your man? Look, I'm not being facetious. Hey, you know, sister, this your time to shine in the chat room. Sound off in the chat room. Ladies, do you not need your man? Because there's some married women in here. There's some taken women in here. I need to see something, man. You know, I want to, because, you know, I might just be talking. You know, there might be a whole bunch of women here tell me, nah, brother, I agree with what she's saying. Where the ladies in here that don't need their man? You know, I'm trying to see something. I'm not going to excoriate anybody. I'm just trying to do a real-time experiment with my lesson here I'm teaching tonight. You know, hey, let me read this chat here. Let me see what's going on, okay? I see Angelica Lana. She said, girl, we all know what that means. Sister Everything said, speak for yourself. Okay. All right. Let me see. Miss Sam said, yes, that's how it's supposed to be. Absolutely. Mona Bryan says, delusional at best. All right. Let me see. Angelica Lana said, I don't think I need one. I know I need. Okay, sister. That's what I'm talking about. Ms. L said, definitely works. Okay. I said, I met my meal and we talked for hours before we walked down the aisle. All right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sister Cameron said, I definitely need mine. Hey, Ebony Dean said, I need mine. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah. And Ramona Brown said she's single and she disagreed with that young lady. Callie Jane said she definitely need her man. Okay. Listen, man, some chick named Star, my first son, say, again, I need mine. Okay. You know, so I'm just saying, man, I feel bad for her because I know what life is finna do to her. She don't get this little stubborn, obstinate, I look down on men. You don't need no man, you need yourself. What I would ask her if I was a relative of hers, a friend of hers, I would say, well, sister, so you really telling me you don't think it's nothing in this life that you'll need a man for? And to disarm her, I would say, listen, don't you understand that the natural order things, look at this world around you, society in general, we need each other to have this. Yes, we build all the infrastructure and maintain it and protect it, but in order to keep it running, women have important roles as well that it wouldn't behoove us to try to do. There are some things that they do that we just not going to be good at because it's not what we supposed to be doing. So I would try to explain to her what the purpose of the symbiosis between the sexes is and see if I could get through that way. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if you don't stop this early, she finna run into a whole bunch of bad situations that's going to destroy her, man. Think about it. Even though these are some corrupt institutions, when you get ready to call the police, it's a policeman you want to show up. A fireman that you want to show up to pull you out of burning building if somebody has to carry you. Huh? And most of these things that require something of importance, you want a man on that job. A real one. Not a Billy Porter variety one. Okay? So, yeah, she's got more to say, though. Let's let her continue.
Okay.
You don't think that? Do you think your mother need a man?
I do.
For what?
For everything. I mean, it makes it easier. Life.
You think females need men?
Yes.
I could use my rose and get my nut off. I never needed a man.
But everything is not about sex, though.
Everything not money-wise. I'm a whole pharmacy technician. I get money. Fuck a man's money. I have a salary out here. I don't need no man. Men don't do shit, but fuck you over. Take your life. Beat the shit out you. Kill you, maybe. Come on now. Real men? Let me find a real man in the city. The fuck?
So do you ever plan to get...
So see, she just rattled off a list of things that I'm not going to gaslight nobody. Yeah, some dirtbag guys out here. But is every single man like that? No. See, what I like to do when I run across a man or a woman that use these absolutes and these extreme scenarios, I said, okay, according to your logic, you saying all, making blanket statements. Let's really talk about what that world would be like. Because if we were all like that, she wouldn't be able to stand in front of him and have a civil conversation. See, in other words, I like to go to the same extreme that they do. So if you saying all men are like that, that means that when you step outside of your safety of your house, we hunt you down and there's one getter. It's some type of dystopian apocalyptic scenario where we just hunting women down for sport. And y'all got to fight for y'all lives to try to survive every time you come out. See, they don't think about how silly what they saying is sounding. Why do you see married couples if they all like that? Huh? Why do you see men that are willing to protect women? Why are women speaking up for men with certain things? Hell, if all men were like that, I'm finna go here. Oh boy, look, fellas. And for any young men listening to my voice, I'm gonna give you a good psychological monkey wrench to throw into that equation. If all men just fuck women over, all men hated men, you know what wouldn't exist? Simps. Oh, did I go there? Woo, yes, I did. A simp would not exist if all men hated women. OnlyFans hoes would be broke. Okay? Oh, yeah, I'm going here. Yes, I am. If all men hated women, since most men create the things that are feminine products, you wouldn't have none of them. The world would be completely different. If another man's assaulting you, nobody would try to help you. It would just be like, because look, now I will say this, being that I'm a very well-traveled man, I've seen some horrible things in my time that I don't wish on no race of women. There are countries where what she's saying makes sense. Oh, I'm going to name them. See, to them fucking tethers, oh, I'm finna go here. India. Oh, you don't want to be no woman in India. I'm talking right here in 2026. I ain't talking about no 30, 40, 50 years ago. You don't want to be a woman in Jordan, Saudi Arabia, some of them African nations. Oh, you better not go and be a woman man. Why you think they talk the way they talk about men in general when they really talking about how they men whoop their asses? We ain't never done it. Don't put that on foundation of Black American men with. We ain't in your countries in majority number. We go over there, visit, come back. And we try to be respectful for the most part. There are countries on this planet where Afghanistan, where my veterans at, huh? No, where my fellow veterans at, man? I had to talk about it. How many of y'all was over there, man? Remember what we saw? How they treated them women? Less than human. I've seen, man, them spit in their women's faces and beat them like they ain't nothing in front of their kids, man. So there's some places on this planet where what she talking about, if she said it, I wouldn't be able to argue if she was from them places. Not here, ma'am. Again, that's not excusing the knuckleheads and the dirt bags that ain't shit that do harm women. But that's not norm, and you know they do that behind closed doors, because chances are, in every community, if a nigga is doing that and somebody find out, man, somebody gonna put paws on you, bro. Somebody in the family, somebody in the neighborhood. You can't just do that and everybody be cool with it. So even where she at, she know that's not reality. Let's let it continue.
Married to a man, or like, are you with a man?
Yes,
Or
I want to get married. I do want to get married.
so you would say the same thing to your husband?
I'm blunt. I'm very honest. I'm straightforward. I'm straightforward. I'm blunt. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. If you don't like it, get the fuck around me. I'm very aggressive, and my husband gonna know I'm aggressive. My husband been gonna love me, cause I'm so straightforward and real. No bitch, no nigga like no friendly ass bitch.
The reason why
See, he asked her, did she want to get married? And y'all hear how she talking. Y'all want to get married? Okay, well, baby, who you gonna marry? You gonna marry an LGBTQ guy? Cause I don't know no man with a backbone gonna let your mouth be. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Oh no, sir, buddy. No, I'm very aggressive. Listen, let me tell you something. My father raised a man, and ain't gonna be but one man in a relationship. All right? Ain't gonna be two men. Let me tell y'all how old school I am about that. I don't even play my old lady using masculine language with me. She will tell you. I will check her quick. Hey, I don't like how that sounds. No. We don't do that. Hey, but one man over here in this relationship, and that's all it's gonna ever be. And look, to her credit, she don't even be trying to be disrespectful. It's just that I don't even like how it sounds, let alone I'm very aggressive. Okay, well, hey, good luck with that. You can be the man all by yourself. Can't be the man with me. If I want another man, I would go join that Kaleidoscope Candy Fairy Fraternity community, okay? I ain't a part of that community. Never have been, never will be. So I don't know what type of man she think she gonna marry. Because it might be some little pushover out there that she'll get with, but you ain't gonna never respect him. And see, all this, I'm so hard, I'm so tough. What she's communicating is she's already experienced a whole bunch of trauma that's got her feeling like she got to walk around with a chip on her shoulder. And I feel sorry for the sister. You know what I'm saying? And then, her big old, husky friend back there ain't trying to talk no sense into her because, she ain't got no options. See, and Big Husky, she like that because she know ain't really nobody checking for her if it's worth a damn. So they like chicks like that actually got a chance, you know what I'm saying, to get somebody. But she gonna have to get. See, this is where having the women that are elders in the community to guide her and be like, look, sis, no, this is not how you do this. Okay. Let me talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she has any grandmothers or whatever, but somebody around her that's a woman need to have some sense to bring her back out of that and show her how men are needed beyond just the superficial stuff she talking about. Because see, this is a chick right here, I can tell by the way she talking. She outside. Oh, you all in the clubs, you out in the street, this, that, the third. So you around a bunch of knuckleheads and you basing the knuckleheads that you around off of how all men are. No, ma'am. That's not how it is. So, again, man, I'm hoping that somebody can kind of catch her and she catch her snap, man, before she get into her late 30s, 40s like that. Oh, it's over with by the time she get there. It ain't really no turning around then.
I'm always smiling in situations like this. I don't care if you go back to any of my debates where women get in my face and yell at me, put their fingers in my face and stuff like this. The reason why I always smile is because I do not take them seriously. Like, it's genuinely funny to me when they really think they can get in my face and act like a man and think I'm going to be intimidated. negative.
Okay. It was nice to meet you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Oh man, yo, that's very sad, man. Look, I gotta read this comment here, man. Hey, fella shipmate here, FBA Carl Miller 1249. He said, with me and a shipmate was out of club overseas, and we seen a woman get beat on by society European. Yeah, them Europeans be beating their women. That's a conversation they ain't ready for. When me and the shipmate were pulled up to the dude, you know what I'm saying? He stopped. Yeah, that's how it is, man. Cause look, man. Them Eastern European countries, dog, boy, hey, they make a sport out of socking on their women, man. See, there's a reason why Foundation of Black American Freedom Men that travel around the world, listen, it's the white guy and then it's us. We number two. That's just what it is. And I'm going to tell you why. Contrary to popular belief, and I ain't talking about no passport bros or nothing, I'm just saying in general, other races of women, they're aware of how we're raised and how we treat our women for the majority, for the most part, with respect. They know that about us. You know what I'm saying? So they gravitate toward that because a lot of times in their cultures, their men treat them like they're less than human. And many of us, especially former military, we've seen it. Well, I can tell y'all some stuff, boy, that y'all be like, brother, that's heartbreaking. No, so look, to my sisters that are foundational Black American freedmen women, there's a reason why the tether class women envy you and hate you so much. They look at y'all like you don't know how good you have it. I am telling you now, as I've said many times, the Eastern Hemisphere and the Western Hemisphere are a night and day difference. That's like going back in time in a lot of them places over there. I'm not saying things are perfect here, but what I'm saying is they look at the freedoms you have versus what they don't have, and they really do envy how your men treat you. I get it. We get on y'all nerves sometimes. Y'all get on ours. But I know I sound biased, but you got it good compared to them, okay? Especially in some of them African and Caribbean nations. Yeah, I said it because I seen it. I hear, man. Boy, I wouldn't wish that on nobody, man. It's just like to treat the women like they don't have no humanity to them. Yo, and then in front of kids at that, man, listen, that's a conversation for another day. But we got more to analyze here, family. He ain't done yet because he did a few more of these encounters here on the street.
Excuse me, you guys. What is the most beautiful thing about a Black woman?
Her smartness, her
intellect.
her hard working, being a hard worker.
A hard worker.
Being able to take over even when a man is not there. Not needing a man. Her confidence. That's the best part.
So
Once again, if I'm not mistaken, I believe my question was, what is the most beautiful thing about a Black woman? How did we go from that to talking about men? It's crazy how a lot of them hate men, and where is that coming from? Comment section, what do you guys think?
Not needing a man. Her confidence. That's the best part.
So do you think Black women don't need men today?
Yes.
Why do you think?
But it is. I mean, it's a man and woman.
So see, you know, and shout out to young brother Trey, that's his name here. But see, you know, and he's a young man, he wouldn't have thought to ask this question. But I would have let them get their spiel off, let them speak. And I said, okay, you know, because he asked you what was beautiful about you, and you immediately equate that to not needing a man and, you know, the whole laundry list of stuff they rattled off. So I would have said, okay, sisters, let me ask y'all this question. In any natural disaster, a flood, a hurricane, a tornado, a fire, you still gonna think you don't need a man then? Huh? And everything that come with a natural disaster? Think about surviving a hurricane and it's done damage to the point where the power lines are down. I may be out for a week or two. You still don't need a man then? See, look, when all these lights on, all this shiny shit, this artificial crap that we created to make the world convenient, when that goes away, all that I don't need a man stuff. Cause see, look, let me just make it real for the people. And I hope if you've never experienced this, you never have to. In a situation where there's a natural disaster, and number one, the thing that kind of gives people a sense of safety, them lights go out. They're going to be out for a long time. Now, you cool in the daytime. You all right. You can see. At night, you still going to be that secure. You know, you in places where people are running around trying to take advantage of things. If they short on resources, they're going to try to find you. Now, who you think they're going to target first? The I don't need a man crowd. Again, they could have something waiting on them. Good for them. Most women panic in those situations, man. So it's like, they're thinking, when I see women doing this, they're thinking from a place of right now, everything's stable and civilized. And they're also not thinking about all the times where they trying to do something, pick up something heavy or whatever the case may be, and you get a man to help you. No, you got to take that. If you say don't need a man, you got to completely take that off the table. Can't be no help, no kind of way from a man. They're not thinking from that standpoint. They thinking like right now, civilized society, all the lights on, everything's set up where everything's fine. When you introduce chaos into the mix, that tune tends to change.
You can't be happy like that without a man or a woman, but you can damn sure take care of yourself without a man or a woman, though.
So, but like all in all, black women need men for them to progress, or you don't think so?
Absolutely not. Like a man don't need a woman to progress. You can progress on your own.
That's not the same, though, is it?
See, now the chick over there talking about a man don't need a woman to progress. Okay, let's deal with that on his face. Do we need women to accomplish most of the goals we set out to accomplish? For the most part, no. However, you don't see us running around talking about we don't need a woman because we know how a good woman, keyword a good woman, can enhance anything we do. She can be an asset and an extension of us. You know what I'm saying? Especially a good woman. See, look, let's talk about that because I know it might be some young cats like, man, what you mean, OG, ain't no good women? Yes, there are young men for those that feel that way. You just have to be discerning about finding them. And one of the marks of a good woman is she takes interest in what her man is already doing. Whatever his profession is, business he running, she's going to try to learn as much as she can about it to be of assistance to him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's one telltale sign if you got a good one and she can be an asset to whatever you build it. If for nothing else, if she don't understand how to help you with nothing else, she's there for, yes, sure, moral support. Do you need that to be successful? You can be successful without it. But hey, it's a good feeling to have it and that comfort at the end of the day where your woman is there, you know what I'm saying, to greet you when you come home. You know what I'm saying? We don't be talking about we don't need that. Oh, that. You ain't gonna hear no man in his right frame of mind say that, man. You know what I'm saying? So this whole, she's projecting how they feel upon men. Y'all remember that short in my YouTube short section where I had the contrast where it was another brother doing street interviews that was at the Houston Rodeo. And he was asking the men and the women, hey, would you live on a planet all full of the same gender? All the women like, yeah, I'll live on a planet all full of women. And when he got to the brother, he's like, man, fuck no. And I'm in the fuck no category. And I'll be a living hell there, boy. I'll be like, Lord, what did I do for you to take me away from these women? That's my woman. No. I got to get back to mine. I need mine. Damn, y'all. I ain't with that bullshit. Ew. Yes, baby. I need you. Yes, I do. Because she's listening. I need you. You know what I'm saying? And most of the brothers in here, they got somebody. Y'all need y'all woman too. We don't talk like that, man. Nah, bro. We understand and respect each other's roles. We're better together. We build the best things together. Because see, even in a situation where, okay, let's just say a woman can't physically do what you do. She's not, doesn't have the expertise you have with your business or whatever. She can see things and add to the ideas that you might have never thought of. They're helpmates, just like the word says, helpmate. Two heads are better than one, especially if the head that's helping you is a good head. Okay, got a good head on the shoulders? All right, yeah, two heads are better than one. You will get a lot further than that individual that's by him or herself. It makes things easier. And I don't know any of us that don't like things to be made easier to a certain degree, So like, all of these strong, independent, what I'm saying, chicks out here, man, that's talking like this, they're not thinking beyond just stable, civilized society in the now.
Is that the same thing?
As what? It's like a man needing a woman the same as a woman needing a man. I mean, yeah, it is. Because a woman can be rich as shit, just like a man can be rich as shit. And I wouldn't need you, just like you wouldn't need me, right?
But I mean, just like everything that's built around us right now was built by men, right?
Like the violences and all that shit.
The violence? No. I'm talking about the society.
Then she said violence, like all men commit violence against women. See, that's the crazy thing. It's like, and look, I'm not going to minimize no trauma they've been through. But all men ain't doing that to you. And all men ain't doing that to their women. And see, whoever this brother is here, OGT -3. Now, this is a good comment right here. But see, this is coming from the mindset of a family man. It's probably a married brother. See, when I get home in that house feeling good, and she greet me with a kiss, and my son come running and hug my leg, heaven on earth. Yes, that is the pride and joy of a black man that loves his family and his woman. Let me tell y'all something, man. Boy, ain't that like when your woman cooking, boy, and she can rattle them pots and pans in that kitchen? Fellas, hey, come on now. Every brother understand this. You done been outside dealing with what you got to deal with out here in the world, and you done come to that last hour, you done knocked it out, you heading home. You already thinking, oh, boy, I can't wait to get to the house. Baby cooking, boy, you get in there, boy, you hit that door. She done already got it smelling. You know what I'm saying? Your house clean, all right? Things in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the brothers that got good women now. Cause you have some of these niggas like, ain't no good women. Bullshit. The devil is a lie. I have a great one. Damn that. She ain't good. She great. Listen, dog. You know, everybody can relate to that. All right? Should be able to relate to it if you got one. You wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world, like that brother say, man. And see, look, to the ladies out here, the ones that talking about cooking and cleaning and slavery, see, I'm going to let you in on a little joke that the married women that's got good dudes, they probably ain't told you. But don't you know that all those intangibles and those things that they do for their man motivate that man to go out and conquer the world for them? Do you not understand that? The ones that living the real soft life, they're the ones that do the cooking and the cleaning for a good, productive dude. Because if you feed your workhorse, your horse is going to go work, okay? I'm just saying, man. But, you know, they got more to tell the brother here. Let's let them continue.
It was built by men.
About the economy, the society.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have any of this without men,
Yeah, well,
right?
violence, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, that's what I mean.
we wouldn't have it without men. However, y'all won't be here without us either.
Right.
But isn't that a bad message to maybe teach to your kid, like they don't need a man? Shouldn't you teach them that they
I
do?
don't need why we need men.
Because
explain to me why we need men, and I'll tell my child what you told me.
in order for the black community to progress, black men and black women need to stick together.
Men don't lay with black women. They don't progress with black women. They progress with white women, and they go with white women or Hispanic women or other races of women, except for black women.
But I mean,
now see, this is what I keep trying to say when I hear them say this. They're saying this from, they're looking at the men that they want or think they should be with. Usually it's athletes, stuff like that. But we're going to break this down. Even when you look at the athletes, NFL, NBA, whatever, actors in Hollywood, okay, across the board, regular society, most of us are married to or dating each other to well over 87% in both genders, okay? They're looking at TV when they see some successful guy or maybe some guy that they think they want to talk to that don't even know they exist. And why would you want somebody that don't want you in the first place? That's a whole nother can of worms. But let's just go with sports. They're looking at, and they do this deliberately, and I keep trying to tell these chicks, see, this is what happens when you have people that are just programmed into a television program. And I said it that way for a reason. They're programmed and they don't realize that everything on this screen is curated for you to see. It's all deliberate. They only show you the few black men that do have white wives, Asian wives, etc. Now, if you go and do your own research and look at who that whole team is married to, the greater majority of them are married to black women. That's what they don't get. They don't think outside of what's right in front of their face. They don't do any type of research to try to see what the real numbers and metrics are. Hell, go to, you know what I'm saying, the census. Go look at that information. You don't trust that? Go to blackdemographics.com. That'll tell you who we all are married and dating to in majority numbers. See, numbers matter. Y'all, for the women that's like that, man, the hot Cheetos gang to just sit up and watch Zeus Network and all that nonsense all day. Get into learning numbers. I'm saying that to all of them on the sound of my voice. The nuh-uh crowd. Do yourself a favor. Even if you can't stand me, because I don't need you to stand me. Look up some numbers from time to time and see if the numbers match your fantasy world that you have. Because see, I would rather have accurate information and be moving off of that than what I feel like something means. All of this is feelings because the numbers don't match up. What you see in society don't match up. But see, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. There's another aspect of this. The men that they're most attracted to, they probably see them dating out, and they don't see no other men but them. Now that's a you problem. That's a you problem. And that's not everybody else's fault. That's you chasing behind something that don't want you. And probably got other dudes that done tried to holler at they little backwards ungrateful behind. And they probably did them a favor because see, I just got to tell any man on the sound of my voice, women talking like this, you don't even waste your time, bro. I just got to say it. No. Oh, Lord. Not if you're a man that's upwardly mobile. Don't you do it. No. There are plenty of sisters out here that'll be glad to have a decent, upwardly mobile, hardworking black man. Don't you go trying to drag somebody kicking and screaming where they don't want to be. That's a waste of your time. And whatever I told y'all about time, it's the most precious, non-renewable resource that any of us have. Let it continue.
A lot of black women today want to be white, so that's why.
We're too much. We're masculine. We're too masculine.
Is that not true though? You don't think black?
You believe that's true?
I mean, just like the energy, like black women twerking and stuff like that in the streets. Like, come on now. Like, that's a lot of masculine energy. Am I wrong?
I mean, no, you're not. But it's like, if a man don't need a woman, a woman don't need a
Twerking is masculine?
Well, like doing stuff like that in the street, it's not masculine. I'm gonna correct myself, but it's more so like disrespectful to the black community, right?
Listen to how they are so lost on their power as natural feminine women. That's how bad this has gotten because see, many of us can see when this really kind of took off. I'm gonna tell you when it really started to get bad, when Instagram really got popping. Okay, now it was stuff going on before then, but Instagram just hit the fan then. And I'm not just talking about twerking. I'm talking about taking bedroom behavior and just putting it on full display. The whole epidemic of don't want to put no clothes on. No, man. Ladylike. That's where your superpower is as a woman. So the young brother, he said he corrected himself about twerking being masculine. He should have said it's unladylike behavior. That's what he should have said. It's unladylike behavior because it is. And he said it's disrespectful to the black community. It is, but see, I would have told them, I say it's also disrespectful to your image as a woman. See, look, every heterosexual black man in here loves the female form. Even if we got somebody we ain't blind. Okay, we see some things that look nice. Here's the challenge that I say to the nuh-uh and the feminists that may come over here. I have a question for you. It's not even about whether you should or should not have the right to do it. I'm going to ask you the most important question that most people don't have the wherewithal to ask you about twerking everywhere. On social media, out in public. Here's my question. And maybe some of you young brothers can kind of take the conversation from this angle should you choose to have it further. Why are you placing all your value in one body part, your ass? Where's the rest of your value? Because that's a low self-esteem problem. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go here. If the only way you can get attention is by being overly or hypersexual with that one part, okay, great, you got an ass. What else you got? Because there should be more to being a woman than having an ass and bouncing all over the place and twerking, right? Is that what you're trying to communicate? Because that's what the image portrays. If that's all you're doing on social media, take a picture. Here's a challenge. To take a picture without turning around challenge. Leave something to a man's imagination. You wonder why these dudes ain't taking you on dates? They're not pursuing you. You haven't left nothing to the imagination. There's no mystique anymore. There's nothing to pursue. You've already shown him everything intimate on you without him having the pleasure and the buildup of desire of having to address you with your eyes. Fellas, we all know you see a nice well, you're like, ooh, boy, I wonder what's up under them clothes. Of course, baby, I ain't talking about nobody else but you on my end, okay? All right? But I'm saying, fellas, in general, you know what I'm talking about. Any of us that met our old lady, you know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, wonder what you working with up under there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it made us want to pursue. In other words, let me give another analogy. For the nuh-uhs that's going to come over here, because I know they're coming. Rare things are few in number. That's where the value comes from, because they're rare. When all of you are walking around, that demographic, because it's not all women, again, that demographic, when all of you are walking around butt-ass naked, you have lowered your value in the eyes of men. You oversaturating the market. You're flooding the senses of men to be like, okay, whatever. You seen one ass, you seen them all. They ain't gay. Oh, they completely straight. It's just that they're everywhere. Okay, you the 100 naked bitch you done seen today. Now, your competition that are ladies that have figured it out say, oh, okay, all you bitches are naked. Let me put some clothes on. Let me go and get some grown woman fragrances, okay, and put on here and carry myself with some type of poise and intelligence, okay, and use my natural feminine charm. Let me make sure I can rattle these pots and pans. And I'm going to go walk by this man that is ignoring all of y'all. I'm going to get him. I'm going to lock him down. Oh, that's how they doing it. Oh, but don't listen to me. You know, it's important for you to keep twerking and doing your thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing. So I'm going to let them continue to tell us what they know. Let's let it continue.
You don't think so?
What, if the man dating a white woman?
No, just like black women twerking in the street.
Our tradition. I'm African.
No,
I'm Sierra Leone. No, I'm Sierra Leone. You can look at it.
Wait.
You see, it's built off a go-go.
You have it.
This is another thing they don't realize, that they're throwing away to show that they're out their natural feminine element. Now, everybody that's watching this brother is right there in front of them. Why are you yelling? Why are you screaming? What are you yelling for? He ain't yelling at you. What you yelling at him for? He's right there. Why do you have to yell to talk? That is so uncivilized. They don't understand how bad. Look, see, let me put it this way, because I know the nuh-uhs. I got something for you. Because see, when I teach, I make it stick. Imagine if the man of their dreams, we ain't talking about the average nigga that's invisible to him, a Chris Brown, or Trey Songz, or Drake, or whoever you want to name that's attractive there. I'm just throwing some names out that I hear the ladies say, okay? You know, if that man was looking to pick from one of them and they didn't know he was watching, and all he had to go out was their behavior, how many of y'all think any one of them would get chose up? Huh? And we ain't talking about just for something to smash on. Let's just say Drake. Okay, let's use him. Drake done said, you know what, man? I'm tired of this. I just want one. I just want one to settle down with. So let me just kind of do some people watching. I'm going to see if I can just spot my wife out here. Is this behavior something that a man would want to choose and say, yeah, I'm finna lock her down, but it's going to be the one I hold up in the air above all others? See, they don't realize how this uncivilized behavior, it just disqualified them from so many things. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. You never know who's watching you. You never know who knows somebody when you act in this way that could give you an opportunity that could change your life. But see, they're so short-sighted on this, and they really don't understand what their actual power as women is, that they're not thinking about none of what I'm saying. They're not. And what they're talking about when they say twerking is an African tradition, they're talking about a dance called the Mapuka, okay? Mapouka, the Mapuka. It does look like twerking over here, but that's their culture. That ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black American culture. Now, I don't know how many of them are FBA, half FBA, or whatever, but bringing up what goes on in Africa to excuse your degenerate behavior and your uncivilized childish behavior, think you're supposed to toot your ass up in public places. That is bedroom behavior. Running around out here half naked, that's what you're supposed to do in your bedroom with your husband. When you go outside, put some fucking clothes on. Even in the summertime, it's stuff that you can wear that's still appropriate and you still be cool and comfortable. So, you know, all this excuse making for bad behavior. And they wonder why decent men, they're invisible to them. But it's going to stay that way until they fix it. Let's let it continue.
Twerking is unladylike, but you can't tell what lady to be ladylike if she ain't.
You're having fun
If you having fun, you can't tell. Like, I can twerk right now for your camera, but I'm not gonna do that because I got lady likes in me. Like,
It's crazy that she
said, I got lady likes in me. No, you don't, because you yelling like a doggone savage. Like, what are you doing?
saying that because right before we pulled up on them, they were just twerking in front of somebody else's camera.
Now that's hilarious. The brother said right before we pulled up on them, they were just twerking in front of somebody else's camera. So see, I'm glad that he threw that in there because see, that's one of them people that try to make themselves be right in every situation and they don't realize how hypocritical they sound. He should have said it. He was like, but didn't I just see you twerking over here? Don't say that. Don't say that. I would have said it. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Is this you? Trey, you should have threw that in there, brother.
I'm a lady, but I know when I can shake my ass and when not to. Like,
So-
for all these people, I'm not gonna shake my ass. But if it's like me, her,
Oh yeah, she in the FBA. I hear that accent. I'm a lady. I know when to shake my ass and when not to. Oh, and I think I see a gap too. That that tether gap, boy. That quarter slot jukebox. Yeah. I heard that accent then. I'm a lady. I know when to shake my ass. If she just think about how what she said is so uncivilized, why would you say that? Oh my God. Anyway, let me let them continue.
We taking
I'ma shake
pictures
my
for
ass.
ourselves, that's different.
Yeah.
Right, but isn't like twerking like a sexual act in a sense?
It is though, because that's
Right.
what niggas look at you by, view you
Right.
as.
In Africa, twerking is not a
Yeah,
sexual
Africa
act.
do that shit. So
Twerking is a sexual act.
No, it's not.
It
It's
is
a
though.
dance.
it is.
It's a dance. In
Everything
Africa,
is sexual act.
male.
If a nigga take his shirt off, that's a sexual act. Cause
In
a nigga,
Africa,
a
that's
bitch
what
can be
they
like,
do,
damn,
though.
he look
Like,
good as shit with his
In
cock out,
Africa, I
sweaty.
could walk around with my titties
Titties
out.
out, with my pussy out.
Piss everything out.
Niggas walk around with their dicks
no,
out. They
Listen to how they sound, boy. Oh my God, man. No. Oh. Let me holler at you, man. These types of chicks, if I was single, completely invisible. Oh no. Look, if I was walking by him when he was doing this, I would turn around and go like, whoop. It's time to go another direction. I don't know. I don't deal with these. No, Lord, no. They don't even just cussing loud. This all kind of vulgar language out there. Don't care who see you. What man want that? Come on, man. This is a retired sailor talking. You cursing more than we do, damn it. Come on, man. Oh, no. Oh, they ain't done, though. They're not done.
No nigga is gonna walk past me with his dick out. Why? Because they have self-respect, self-control. Y'all don't have self-respect.
So I really didn't even hear her in person when she said this, but she literally just said that in Africa, the women walk around with their titties out, but the men will not walk around with their dicks out because they have self-respect. What do you guys think about that statement?
Y'all don't have self-respect.
But see,
I see that on Instagram.
we're not living in Africa right now. We're in America, and nobody's walking around with their dick out or their.
Yes, they are.
Men are walking around.
Yes, they are.
Now, watch where she's about to go. See, look, let me teach everybody something. Because, see, sometimes you have to review stuff like this so people see how bad this look. Because, see, in the moment, people don't step outside themselves and reflect. Maybe they'll see this. I don't know. Listen, man, I want the ladies and gentlemen on the sound of my voice tonight to watch where she's about to go next just to try to prove a point. It's going to be so ridiculous what she's about to say. I want y'all to really listen to what she's about to say. This is going to be the most nonsensical thing ever to try to prove a point that does not exist. Watch this.
Yes, they are.
You
don't see it because you a nigga. You're not gonna look at a nigga dick print. But we females, we're gonna look at a whole nigga persona and be like, damn, he packing.
Niggas be having that tight ass clothes they can't even fit to show they dick.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a thirsty bitch. But there's bitches out here that'll look at a nigga head like, if he had his dick print out, my mother, I'd be like, damn. But I'm not that bitch. But there's bitches out here that do that to a nigga. And
did you hear what this fool just said? So this man asked her, or he told her rather, that there's no men walking around with their penis out. Oh, yeah, they is. Yeah, they is. I'm a female. Yeah, they is. It's dudes out here with a dick print out. Okay, bitch. If there's men out here and you looking at the print that's in their pants, they still have clothes on. Ain't nobody walking up and down the street over here unless they mentally ill with nothing hanging and swinging. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. This fool ain't done. She ain't gonna stop there. Oh, it gets worse.
I seen niggas with dick prints out. The compression pads with shorts, yes. I don't agree.
But
yes,
I mean,
I agree. I seen that.
We're talking about
you, but it's bitches out here. If you're not that bitch, then it's not you. But it's bitches out here. I had friends like that too.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when he said being twerking
is like a sexual. No, it's not.
In Africa, it's not.
It might be.
I can go around
but everything.
Salute to the vegan kitchen queen, Emma Dean, for the cash out. Thank you very much, my beloved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, man, y'all hear this nonsense. And I see that gap up close now. Oh, yeah, in that accent. Yeah, she one of them, boy. Yeah, she's a tether. Just loud. All of them probably non-FBA. I don't know. And look at them kids looking about like, what's wrong with them? You know, just loud, don't care who him. And see, there's another thing that they don't consider. Behavior like this, usually the ladies that are actually decent women don't act like this because they're afraid that, hey, man, somebody may see me. This will embarrass my family. In other words, true ladies and decent men, we care about our family name being embarrassed. We're like, hey, man, yo, my father may see this. My mama may see this. My auntie, grandfather, grandmother. Nah, man. You don't want your uncles and you know, you don't want your little ones in the family seeing that. But see, this uncivilized behavior like this in public, they proving why they not worth no man's time that's decent. Now, they can get men their speed, but they don't want them because they know them niggas ain't about nothing. And then referring to themselves as bitches. One thing another man call you one. Hell, that's why I wasn't apprehensive to call her one. She called herself one. When you referring to yourself as a bitch, now I get it. Women play like that amongst themselves, but at least put that up in public. That's a low self-esteem issue. So you basically communicating that you are not worthy of respect. A bitch is a female dog. That what you think you are? You have what you say. And then it'll be the main one. Why these men disrespecting me? Because you disrespected yourself first. People don't respect you until you respect yourself. The less respect you have for yourself, men or women, less respect people gonna have for you. Let it continue.
I'm from Africa. I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa. So if I go around twerking, they're not going to look at me sexually because why? They don't look at me like that.
Shout out to all my people from Africa, but Africans, let me know, is she telling the truth or is she lying a little bit?
But so are they twerking like women do in America, like the same way?
It's the same thing.
But see, don't you think that we need to have a little bit more self-respect?
Okay, so let me talk about this because see now because Trey, I don't know if he's been to the continent or not, but I have. No, she told a lot there because most those African nations are very conservative. Ain't no bunch of African women, barring maybe South Africa in some parts, because that's more liberal than anything. But most of these African nations are conservative. You ain't gonna be look, ain't no African women running around in those streets twerking like that over there. Oh no. They're very strict on that. Go to Uganda and try that and see what happens. Kenya, Tanzania, Togo, Benin, even Nigeria. You might can get away with it in some parts of Nigeria, but for the most part in public, oh, no, you don't. Now, they can do it at their house and their yards, but walk around the street, all that, bust it wide open. Nah, why you think you don't see no videos like that coming out of there? They can't get away with that. Them men will tear their ass out the frame, man. They get whooped on by that over there. I ain't saying it's right, but I'm saying, no, they don't have all those liberal freedoms like that, like they talking about. So this chick here, she telling a lie. See, because this young brother don't know, and I'm assuming maybe he's never been to the continent. But if I was there, I said, name the African country where you saw that out in the street. I'll wait. Come on, tell me. Now you can look. You will see that in more Caribbean nations than you will African nations. I'm telling y'all, they are very socially conservative in a lot of these places. I'm talking about in public now. Now in their clubs and all that, yeah, you can find that. But just out on the street, you just going, I'm finna drop it like it's hot. Okay, all right. You better not do that in a country where it's mostly Muslim, and that's like the predominant religion. All right, you try that and see how that go for you. Let it continue.
Respect, like in the black community?
Right.
No, because
What about about you niggas? Why you walking around talking about bitches? What about you niggas? I'm talking about from slavery though. Like, what you niggas doing?
So now a man can't have a shirt off?
But bitches can't walk around with their like what? Y'all can't have no shit. I'm not trying to do that, but if I have my shit all the way up there,
If they can't have their ass out, niggas can't walk around with their 6-packs and 8-packs.
Honestly, I disagree with her. I don't think a man having his shirt off is the same as a woman showing her butt. And it's crazy that she says that, because if you pay attention to society today, you'll actually see that men are more modestly dressed on a regular than women. You'll see we're fully covered up most of the time, unless we're playing sports where we have to take our shirt off because it's too hot. We're most likely going to be fully covered up. But you'll see women in society which show their titties, they show their butt, and nobody says anything. But you guys let me know, do you agree with her? Is a man having his shirt off the same as a woman showing her butt?
Y'all not making no sense. I don't give a fuck if this a man's word shit. Bitches live in it.
Y'all
so
trying to make it
respect
seem
us
like it's just
if y'all
like
want
a
us to
woman.
respect.
But why do you want to be a bitch? Why do you want to be one? I care as a man where bitches live in it. Why do you want to be a bitch? Do you think that's what you're supposed to be? Is that all you know to be? How about y'all being a lady? Maybe a woman. Then how she dressed. But see, look, you know what? Let's talk about how you get here, okay? When I say how you get here, how does a daughter get here? Let me explain something. Again, shout out to all the parents out here that's raising children, whether they little boys or little girls. You better get ahead of this, because see, once upon a time, you could just set your family structure rules, both parents there, all right? Or even if it was one parent, you kind of hold down the structure in your house. You had a greater degree of control on what goes on in your house. Now, stepping outside, always gonna be outside influences. Today, with the advent of technology, society has progressed. It is harder than ever to keep certain bad influences out your home due to the internet. These are the little girls that were probably left in front of computer screens to watch Kim Kardashian, whoever you want to name, and all this twerking, and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, retarded B, as I call it. And this is what, because look at how they dress. They've been influenced by these things. They didn't have active parents, because I know I'm right. If they had active parents, mother and father, getting them in positive activities, teaching them how to dress, be ladylike, making sure they have interest, taking them away from the negative aspects around their environment. And hell, here's where I put this on a man. If you know that you in a certain neighborhood that's not conducive to raising a family, you know what you do as a man? You move. You know, you get your affairs done. Nope, I'm not raising my family here. Now, you could do all those things, and a child could still go their own way once they leave your roof. But at least give them a good start, because, see, I know that this is something where there was a lot of negligence in their raising because of how they speak. This is ingrained in them over time, to the point where the sad part is this is their version of normal. They don't understand you're not supposed to be out here dressed like you a damn prostitute. They don't understand you're not supposed to be in public loud, yelling, cursing, using vulgar language. They don't understand that you ain't supposed to be referring to yourself as a bitch. They don't understand that you ain't supposed to be trying to normalize twerking in public. They don't get none of that, because idiocy and ignorance has been normalized to them that they don't even know that that's not normal. They don't even know they ain't supposed to be acting like that. And that's the sad part, because everywhere they go, people are not going to want to be around them. And then they'll think, oh, it's racism. No, it might just be because of your ignorant behavior. Now, sure, it could be racism, but even other black people don't want to be around this. I'm just keeping it a buck. These will be the ones that would go to an upscale establishment and then want to get in the establishment and start twerking on the table, then be mad at the owner of the business because they tell you got to leave. Huh? So I'm just saying, man, it starts at home. You got to do your job to make sure that your young daughters and your young sons don't grow up and get out here and bring shame to your family name.
Shoot,
No shade.
Now we gonna be like, damn daddy, or damn bitch, what's up with you? Or damn nigga, what's up with you? Just like y'all be like,
But do you
damn.
think
mom,
maybe that's
or
why
damn,
black
you?
women are like the least married and everything like that, just because of the mentality? Because what white women are walking around the street twerking and doing stuff like that?
Ghetto black woman. Ghetto.
Now, see, that's the one where I would have to get Trey some pushback, because I see what he did there. He was talking about, you know, white women and all of that. No, I can't let you get away with that, brother Trey. I see the point you were trying to make, but white women are just as degenerate, if not more. You just hadn't seen them yet, young brother. I can show you where they at, because y'all, look, for those that doubt it, go to my Children of the Chalk series. Where my Patreon subscribers at? We got any Patreon subscribers in here? Project Leroy? Have I not shown y'all how degenerate they can be? Huh? Because you know me. Y'all remember when they were starting to try to troll this channel? I was like, all right. Because see, that's how the Children of the Chalk series was born. And by the way, it might be time to drop another one over there. It's been a minute. Boy, y'all know I will go and pull the dirt out the crates. I was like, oh, yeah? Oh, y'all don't understand. Listen, for the newcomers, go and investigate the Children of the Chalk playlist over here on this channel, okay? Oh, I get down to the nitty gritty about what the degeneracy is in their society. So, nah, brother Trey, we got our ratchets, but they got theirs too. Oh, boy. But yeah, you know, talking about our women being the least married, here's what other thing I would add to what brother Trey is saying. That demographic of women is the least married. Let's be clear. Our sisters are still getting married now, the ones that make themselves stand out, because it's really easy. Just be the opposite of ratchet today. And put yourself in environments where decent men are. You ain't gonna find a decent man at the club. That ain't gonna be where you find him. You better go where there's upwardly mobile men are. Now, what are some of those places? Business conferences. Community, you know what I'm saying, events. You know, shout out to the Hidden History Museum over there. Okay? Other places like that. Put yourself in places where there are upwardly mobile black men trying to have something going on. If you don't know where these places are, I will tell you a great place to do. I'm finna give you a cheat code. All right? I'm gonna give you a good cheat code. Learn how to people watch on a professional level. If you in any American airport on a busy day and you watching and you making conversation with people and you networking, start talking to some of these people, man. Huh? The ones that look like they got something going on. You know, you sitting waiting on a flight. Decent brother, you know what I'm saying? You make strike a conversation with them, you know what I'm saying? Or all your friends. Ask them where they at and put yourself in position looking like somebody dressed like a grown woman to be chosen or entertain a conversation where you might be the one to make the first move. That shouldn't be beneath you today either. Like me, you make the first move. Yeah. Sometimes you might have to. But above all, stand out with your appearance and your demeanor. That's the easy part, because today, all the brothers just got something going on. Like, oh, no, ma'am. Listen, let me tell you something. You think brothers that are in the high 6-figure range today want to wife up any one of these? And I ain't talking about the exception to the rule that ain't right in the head. I'm talking about a brother that really want to build a family, have a wife, raise some decent children. You think they want to go out here and conquer the world to give it to that? No, couldn't be me. Let's let it continue.
White woman. Ghetto white
Come
woman.
to Pride,
I see them all the time.
come on Pride
They be
on
in
Saturday.
lounges all the
But
time.
why are we comparing? Come
Right.
to Pride on
Because
Saturday. You
because
will see
white
all
women
the
don't
white
act
bitches
like
up there.
Yes,
this.
they do.
Where?
The ghetto ones, not
Where?
the ones.
Come to
the
Pride on
churchy
Saturday.
ones.
So-
You gonna see all the white bitches shaking their ass. You
I
gonna
can
see
ask her.
everything. No shame.
I can ask a white bitch party at the Mochella right now, twerking her ass.
What's
And
the
they be
comparison? Because it could be
For white and
white
black.
girls don't have rhythm and they don't even know how to twerk.
Right.
But they still be out here enjoying with us and we'll be twerking. What's wrong with all that?
It's a way that we need to be
wrong with
viewed
twerking?
as
Look how sad she sounds. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with all that? What's wrong with twerking? She don't even, the thought ain't even, see, look, let me tell y'all what's sad, right? I get it, they're young women. I get it, they're young. But if you asking what's wrong with that, see, this is how you know their parents feel and really they kind of on their way to being lost causes. They're thinking like children. I should be able to do whatever. Cartman, I do whatever I want. Y'all remember South Park? Cartman, I do whatever I want. You can't tell me what to do. I do whatever I want. A bunch of cartmans running around. Don't have no type of adult behavior or mindset whatsoever. Only children think in terms of all I want to do is have fun all the time. There's a time and a place for everything. And she sincerely act, because see, look, that goes into what I was telling y'all. That's their version of normal. She really don't understand that that's not appropriate. I wouldn't put it past them if they would go into church and just bend over and start twerking. What's wrong with it? I'm twerking for the Lord. Oh, my God. Oh. They cook, man. This demographic, not all black women. I'm going to say it again. This demographic that things like this, oh, they are certainly cooked. They are well done.
It's black women. Black women need to be viewed as respectful. Yeah.
So because we twerk, we won't be viewed as respectful.
Absolutely not. But look. I can ask any black man right now. Do you respect your girl twerking in the street? They'll all say no.
Not your girl, a black girl. Because we are single women. Yes. We're single women.
That's fine.
And you gonna stay single doing that. You think that men out here that are upwardly mobile or running around here, you know what? It's time for me to choose a woman. Let me choose the first one I see that's bending over twerking in the streets. That means she belongs to the streets. I'm gonna tell you right now, boy. Woo! Listen, my woman know how I'm just by her attire is. Okay? Boy, twerking. Hey, listen, she already know if I catch you twerking somewhere in public, you communicating to me, you ready to be single. Like, all right, yeah, I guess it's the end of the road for this. And she, hey, man, I'm old school, man. Nah, bruh. Because see, the way I'm looking at it, what's for me is for me. Okay? If you say that you are my woman, that means all your intimate parts are exclusive for my eyes only. Now, when everybody else can see that, you're not my woman no more. You belong to them. That's how I see it. I'm cutting dry with it, dog. Oh, boy, y'all, but boy, my old lady tell you, boy, I don't play that bullshit. I'll be like, hey, what's this here? Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on now. No. And I see it once. Nope. I like, no. I mean, fellas, come on now. Am I the only one? Hey, we don't play no games. Boy, about anybody looking at our old lady, man, intimate parts and stuff. And look, a woman that's about something, you're not gonna have to tell her about that. You ain't gonna, if she respects you as a man, she gonna cover up on her own. You ain't gonna have to have no repeated conversation with her about what to wear, what not to wear, what not to do, not to be all up in niggas' faces. If you belong to somebody, you act like it. Same thing would apply to the men. Let it continue.
Hey, we twerk and have fun.
Do you want to be married one day or not?
Of course.
So how are you going to find a husband? How are you going to find a husband? Hold on. How are you going to find a... Hold on.
My love. Hey, come here. Let's ask you a question. No. I need y'all to come we sorry, but we need her because he's trying to play. No. We never to play. Ask her what you asked us. Yeah, I don't want to be on.
She don't want to be on it. She won't. Okay.
Accountability is their worst enemy. You'll see I'm asking her a very straightforward question, and what she does is pull in two random girls so she does not have to answer my question. She's not slick, but I'm going to ask her again.
Wait, why are you comparing? What are you saying?
No, so...
White women don't be outside twerking.
Did you hear what she just said?
Yes.
I said white women don't be outside twerking, but black women be outside in the street twerking. And I feel like black women need to have a little bit more respect for themselves.
You know, in other countries, they be twerking outside.
Yeah, but I'm talking about America, right? Like FBAs. Like, black women need to have a little bit more respect for themselves and not be twerking and doing all this ghetto stuff in the street. Like,
all right, so y'all heard that first portion of this, right? All right, and very interesting conversations. And look, see, the other thing about the twerking thing, man, all of them are single. All right, cool. You can make the argument you're single. You do what you want to do. Let me say something to the nuh-uh crowd, because if you want to be chosen one day, let me put it to you this way. Again, to my brethren in the chat room, let me ask y'all a question. And I want you to give me the fire sign emoji in the chat room if you agree with what I'm about to say. Whether you taken or you single, I'm going to ask y'all this question, brothers. I'm talking only to the men. when we get ready to choose a woman, do we go, I want the one that's trying to get the most attention from men? Do we do that? Do we choose the chick that's always up in some nigga's face, whether it's offline or online? Do we do that? Is that appealing to us? If you got a woman and you see her doing too much of that, come on, fellas. Do we take kindly to that? Do we like women that just starve for attention? You got to have attention from everybody except for your dude. Do we like that, fellas? Talk, light this chat room up. Now, maybe there's some dudes in here like, yeah, man, I like my women to be all up in niggas' faces. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I ain't one of them dudes. I ain't a fan of that shit. Like I told y'all on the last broadcast, I don't play the male friend shit. I don't do that. I'm your friend, okay? You got a friend in me. And if you feel like you need another friend, then you can get another man, goddammit. I don't play that shit. All up in other niggas' faces, on or offline. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. You can call me toxic all you want, or you call whatever. Hey, no, I don't play that. There are hard boundaries to be drawn, and those boundaries are to be respected if you're a respectable man. Now, I'm talking about if you know you got your shit together. If you know that you would give your family and your woman the world, that deserves the respect that comes with it. And a woman that respects you, you ain't got to have them conversations with her. It ain't gonna have to keep coming up at any amount of time, you know? They're gonna check themselves. It ain't gonna even be in them to do that, you know? So this Feminist counselor, you just reviewed some of it, because we got a little bit more to review. But before we get to that, we're going to review something here that's a lesson that's going to be learned about a lot of them, because you saw one of the common denominators between what you just saw there. They was all loud, yap, yap, yap. They had so much to say. I want y'all to check this out, right? Because this is a lesson that all women can learn. Now, let me preface this. In environments where there's civil discourse and people are respecting you, you should show the same respect. If you have a point to make, wait until the next person finishes. Take notes if you have to, then give your rebuttal. But this whole thing where you think you're going to talk over men and being loud makes you right, I'm going to show y'all an example of how that looks. Check this out.
You're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do
Why?
that? You know how tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I do it every day.
Fellas, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman.
I just
No,
let
you don't
talk.
want to
I
be
just
a
let you
woman.
talk. Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you. So all this, I cook and I clean and yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when
that's
your
what
car
I'm
need an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife.
Women.
Absolutely correct. See, again, this goes into what I was teaching there at the beginning of the broadcast. When it comes to the function and role of men besides a wallet and what's in between our legs, okay? All of these things go into a decent man. A good man, a well-experienced one, is a jack of all trades. It's very little that we'll have to call somebody unless it's just so far above our pay grade, we'll be like, okay, we got to call somebody in for this one. But for the most part, listen, man, I guarantee you most of the men that's over here, most of the men that's over here on my Patreon, I guarantee you, if their old lady said, hey, we got a leak on the sink, they ain't got to call no plumber. Man, they're going to get up under there, see what's going on, where that leak coming from, turn that water to that sink off. Don't nobody use this till I get back. Go to the hardware store. You already got your measurements. You know what pipes you need. You know what I'm saying? P-trap, whatever you need to replace. Get all that stuff. Take that stuff loose. Go ahead and get that, you know what I'm saying, plumber's putty, you know what I'm saying? Put them pipes on there. And, hey, good to go. And knock that shit out less than 15 minutes. I know I can. Shit, my dad taught me to do that shit when I was a kid. Huh? Come on now. Don't get me started about the other things around the house or in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't we do everything? No. Some brothers have more skills than others, but for the most part, yeah, man. You got a good man on deck. You ain't really got to be spending all kind of extra money calling nobody like that. And I think we can all get a good joke off of this one. If you got a good man that's a smart man that cares for his family, what you're not going to hear is this. Beep, 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 beep. Listen, first of all, it's a fire hazard. Second of all, fellas, tell me am I lying? That goddamn constant beep was getting on our fucking nerves. We were like, hey man, for no other reason, I'm not gonna keep hearing this shit. That'll drive us crazy. We can't get used to that. I know I couldn't. Beep, beep, hey man, hey, wow. Because one thing that most men has got something going on now, if you're a homosexual or a couch, a Madden King or a couch surfer, just a barnacle on somebody's couch and you ain't got nothing to do all day, this don't apply to you. But men that's out here, those of us that's moving and shaking the world, run businesses, got jobs, and some both, okay? When we sitting still in our house, fellas, what's the one thing we love? Quiet. Oh, we love to be alone with our own thoughts. That beep, oh, no. Beep, beep, hey, goddamn it. Oh. Nigga finna hurry up and get a 9-volt battery and place that motherfucker and then make sure it works so we don't have to hear that no more. Nah, bruh. And look, I got a theory. Ladies, don't throw rocks at me. Don't be mad that I got to go here, okay? Maybe that's what's wrong with some of the women, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling them women, even though they weren't acting like women. And we reviewed in the broadcast. They've been sitting, I guarantee you, all of them in the house with all they hear, beep, beep, beep. So I have a theory, okay? I don't know if anybody's gonna put this out here, but it's probably gonna be the first place you hear it. The reason they act that way is I believe that beep has driven them crazy, okay? Because I ain't gonna lie, that's got to do something to your mental sanity. No, there's no way you're gonna be saying just sit there, beep, beep, day, night, beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that drove them crazy. So, fellas, make sure that you change these smoke detector batteries for these chicks, man. That's all. I mean, get your cousin to come over there or something. Maybe they'll regain some of their sanity. They can sit in a house where that shit is quiet and that beat constantly going. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, listen though. I'm going to play something else here. So this is a white woman, and she's going to be talking about how she doesn't think men are important, etc. And one of her own men is going to break something down that I found quite hilarious, but he going to be on point. Check this out.
Do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own.
No, you still rely on men. It's just indirect now. See, men have always been in between women and the real world. That your office job is not real life. Here's another depiction of that. Here's men going out to face danger and build things on the outside in order to create a safe space for women on the inside. This is how it's always been, and it still is. You just don't understand that because you're too comfortable. Men still do all the hard work. If all women stopped working right now, we'd be fine. If all men stopped working, everyone would die. And that is, again, because men make all the food and build all the houses and the walls, and they used to guard the border. I guess they gave up on that. Women have never done that and can't. Men still do all of the necessary things to create the space for you to have your girl bossing fun time. The way it works is that women are always really happy for men to do the hard, dangerous work until times are really good, until we build something better than this. And then you look around and you go, hey, men have more than us. No fair. You go to the government, which writes some laws for you, which makes you equal, and then you are disgusted by men who are equal to you. So without equality laws, it's very easy for women to find men they respect, and with equality laws, it's very difficult. And then everyone tells these men that they're worthless. And then they go, okay, well, I don't want to be this guy, so I'll just be this guy. And then they never grow up and they never do anything. And then you hate them even more. So your girl bossing crap is just not going to last very long because women cannot do what men do. You can't do that work of building the physical world. And what you're doing now is just sort of taking it away from men and having it for yourself without giving them anything back, which makes them go away. And then, imagine if you had to build a house. It's not going to happen. And then when men go away, then there is nothing in between you and bad stuff. So you might want to stop being so mouthy.
Beautiful thing about a black.
Now, I don't often agree with the snowman, but the snowman had a point. All right, he got a point. And look, I'll even be magnanimous and say this. It's not that women can't do some of that stuff. How many want to? Because see, ladies, I got to come back and ask y'all in my chat room again. Oh, yes, I got to ask y'all, man. If it came down to it, how would y'all designate that task? Okay, because I'm curious. We got some sisters in here. I need to ask, how many of you sisters, if for some reason we just all said, okay, they look, heaven forbid, now I would be immune to it, of course, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these brothers in the chat room be immune to it. But let's just say they came up with a Billy Porter bomb, okay? Poof! I'm talking about they done detonated the rainbow bomb. The fairy dust done sprinkled down, and next thing you know, boy, all the men is wearing their women's clothes, high heels, sashing, painting nails, Shannon Shaw orange purses on our shoulders. We ain't doing no more of that stuff, okay? We done gave up. Now, me, I'll be the last man standing. I'm immune to it. My testosterone will burn that shit up. But I'm just saying, the rest of them, okay, hey, they like, we ain't doing none of this. Y'all got to build society, ladies. How would y'all designate those tasks, okay? Because some of y'all are very capable. But we talking about that hard stuff, the dirty stuff. Oh, who gonna go out there and deal with putting them power lines back together if a storm knock them down? Who going down there to do the sewer work? Who gonna be the trash women? Yeah. Who gonna go up on these bridges, these suspension bridges, and fix these cables? Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, who gonna go do the R-ring work? Go out there on these crab boats. Well, y'all like that seafood, don't you? Gotta get out there in that Bering Sea, boy, and all that good stuff where you could be thrown overboard and freezing there. In the middle of the night, too. Yeah, you ever seen a crab boat? Them big old cages? Oh, that's some hard back-breaking work. Oh, my goodness. Hey, ladies, how would y'all divide this up? I mean, oh, Lord. My woman says, she ain't doing none of it. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy, Jesus. That is so funny. But ladies, how would y'all divide it up, though, for the rest of y'all? I know some of y'all gonna come up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? Hey, some of y'all are very smart. You know, come on now. Y'all said, oh, no. Wait a minute, ladies. Wait, hold up. I know it's some strong, independent women in here somewhere. It's got to be at least 2 or 3. I ain't picking on y'all. I just want to see what the plan would be. That's all. I ain't finna mock nobody. How would y'all pick who do what task? Okay? Because look, all the administrative job, everybody can't have an administrative job now. Somebody got to get out here and be pipe fitters, welders, get out here on these farms, okay? Come on now. Hey, what's the plan? What is the plan? Miss L said, like I said in previous broadcasts, the bodybuilders and the stutters will be forced. Shout out to Mrs. L. Oh, that's funny. Oh, hey, but at least that's a plan, though. She threw a plan out there, so shout out to Mrs. L, you know. Man, come on now. I just want to know, you know, so I think that's probably the plan. They're going to be like, hey, you the tough ones. That would be logical, though, because they're the strong ones, okay, and, you know. And the studlies, hey, they say they can be better men than us. So that would make sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, put them up and do all the hard stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Home Depot work, all that good stuff, okay? So, you know, I mean, at least there's a plan, and maybe that'll work for them, you know? But now we know we probably won't see this no time soon. So y'all better hope they don't perfect the Billy Porter bomb, okay? Or if they do, you better hope your man is like me, okay? I'm immune to all of it. They can't, I ain't going. I'm one of the last of Mohicans, goddammit. I ain't trying to hear none of this stuff they talking about. Use their pronouns. Fuck them pronouns. That's a man, that's a woman. Them are the pronouns we need. That's as far as it's going. I ain't playing none of that goofy games, okay? So we're going to get to the next half of this. It won't be this long. We're about to wrap it up, but I want you to see this is the same brother here, Brother Trey, and he's going to kind of have a continuation similar to the conversation you had with other group there. Let's check it out.
Black woman, in your opinion?
Her mind.
What about it, like a physical trait, if you could say?
Oh, I mean, everybody's different, so it depends.
Wouldn't you say maybe her hair is the most beautiful thing about her?
I mean, no. I think there's different beautiful things about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
what's this for?
Oh, it's just like a YouTube video. We're trying to get our channel started. We have like 1,000 subscribers so far, but yeah, this white woman had said that, you know, black women's hair will never be as pretty as white women's hair. Do you think that's true? Like,
No, I don't.
This woman right here said that.
I don't think that's true.
Why do you say that?
Because, I mean, I think everyone's hair is beautiful. I don't know why someone would say that straight hair is more beautiful than natural hair, so.
You know, I agree with you, but don't you think black women are proving her right by wearing hair that looks like white women's hair? You know, like the straight blonde wigs and bust downs and stuff like that.
I think it's been ingrained in society that, you know, that straight hair is superior. And I think it's, that's why people wear it. Because I think it's like, don't have racial self-esteem.
So, but how do we get away from that? Because don't you feel like we can't blame society? We have to start blaming the mothers because it's black moms. It's their fault.
It's black mom's fault?
Yes.
What about the fathers?
Well, it's the mother that raises the child with the beauty standards in the first place.
But it's the father too. Like when I was a child, my father was very adamant about the fact that he didn't want any kind of relaxer in my hair.
Okay.
And that's why I didn't have any in my hair when I was a kid.
So you think...
Now that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? The father set the standard in the household. Hey, we ain't doing all that. However, to Trey's point, here's the way he should have said that, or where I would have said it. It is very important for young black girls to see their mother wearing their natural hair so they don't get a complex thinking something's wrong with their hair when they're very young. Because their mama wearing weave all the time, they be like, man, why my hair don't look like that? You know what I'm saying? That will affect the child, a young girl especially. So I do see the point he was trying to make, but that's the way he should have, you know, expounded on it. Let it continue.
Maybe the father should be like better leaders in the household.
I think it's up to the father and the mother, honestly.
You know what?
But I think that like the father has that kind of authority. If he puts his foot down, then.
And that is very true. I agree with that. But what about the households that don't have a father, like just the mother there? Because mainly all the households have the mother there. Some may not have the father there. Yeah. So shouldn't it be upon the black woman to kind of raise the child and say, hey, no wigs, no weaves, no relaxers, only natural hair?
And I think that as a child, like you shouldn't be getting all that stuff in your hair.
Yeah.
But I think as a child gets older that there's not really anything wrong with it. Because I don't think that wearing weave naturally means that you have low racial self-esteem or that you hate yourself. But if it's like you constantly don't want to wear your hair, then it's like, then why don't you?
Now I agree with the sister there. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. Look, we in modern times. Now women like they accessorize and accentuate their features and their hair, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. But like the sister said, now if you don't never want to wear your real hair, yeah, something going on with that, man. Like, yeah, like, you know, you ain't gonna believe pick 2 weeks out the month, you gonna wear your real hair. Like, never? Yeah, something else is there. I agree with her there now. There needs to be a balance, you know what I mean? So I kind of respect her opinion on that.
That's how I feel about it.
That's how a lot of black women are today, though. Like, they wear all the wigs and the weaves. Like, my thing is, I would see a black woman wearing a wig or weave and think it's okay, maybe, if it looks like her hair, like black women's natural hair. But they always pick wigs that look like white women's hair, Asian women's hair. And my thing is, if you don't want to be like a white woman, why try to look like one?
I think it's like been subconsciously ingrained that like this kind of hair is better. That's why people get so defensive about it, because to them it's like, I don't hate my hair. But it's like, if you don't, then like, why don't you ever want to wear it?
You are spitting facts right now. Where are you from? You're from here?
Oh, I'm from New York.
From New York. Okay, maybe we need to get more sisters like you, because a lot of them don't like to speak the truth.
Is this gonna go online? I don't want to get attacked.
Nah. The brothers in the comment section, they're always for the women that have natural hair. So they're going to see your natural hair, love that. They're going to love your answer. So they're going to love you for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And shout out to this young sister. Shout out to her, because see, look, she rocking her natural hair. And I'm going to tell you, I love natural hair on my women. And look, I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm going to say I want that, I'll pay the cost to be the boss to get it done too. I damn sure will. Yeah. So fellas, if you got an old lady, you know what I'm saying, you want to rock that, hey, tell her, listen, I cover that budget. You know what I'm saying? I want you to rock that more often than not. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, you know, so again, I can understand them wanting to switch it up sometime, but that just constantly, you ain't gonna never wear your real hair? Come on now. No, I ain't a fan of that. I like to see you the way you came into the world, okay? You know, but to each his own with that, but I'm glad that he interviewed a sister that was able to speak, you know what I'm saying, candidly about it and give some straightforward answers and give a different perspective, you know? He ain't done yet, though, because he's gonna ask some more questions.
It was nice meeting you, though. Excuse me, I like your hair. How do we get more black women to be like you with the natural, you know? Because that's what us black men want. We just want the natural.
I get it. You know, just got to learn how to, you know, take care, you know, maintenance your hair. Some people don't know how to do that, you know. You know, got to learn how to different products you got to do, you know. There's online, there's TikTok, there's Instagram for a reason. You know, we can utilize those, you know, different apps to understand and learn more about our natural hair and how to take care of it.
Okay, and don't you think maybe they should stop wearing the wigs and the weaves and stuff like that? Because that could be a big part of the issue.
That could be, but when you think about it, you know, the wigs and the weaves and, you know, the sew-ins, it helps black women, you know, some don't know how to take care of their hair, and that's just an easy way out, which is understandable because our natural hair can be a lot to maintain.
Okay.
So it's like a little thing, you know, few weeks of, you know, not doing your hair. It's not a bad thing. It's just...
So when did you start to learn, or how did you learn how to do your hair? Because, you know, that can be a struggle, like you said.
Yes, it definitely can be a struggle with natural hair. I learned how to do it around 7th, 8th grade. My mom was tired of me, you know, my hair just kept growing, and she grew tired, and I had to learn how to do my own hair around 7th or 8th grade. So it was a struggle, but you keep learning, you know, do the natural, do the protective styles, twist braids, it'll come to you.
Bro, listen to her. She's so wise. It was nice to meet you for sure.
To meet you as well.
You have a
like
great...
your suit.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Excuse me, I like your hair. What's the most beautiful thing about a white woman, in your opinion?
I'm Middle Eastern.
You're Middle Eastern?
I'm Syrian.
Okay, so
yeah.
What is, if you were to see a random white woman on the street, like what would you say the most beautiful thing about her is?
I don't like characterizing people by black and white. I think it's people in general. Like, people are just beautiful, and I don't look to looks, I look to their heart.
Okay, so I when I look at a person, I kind of do see race. So like, do you guys consider yourself white, or what do you guys?
I'm Middle East. I'm Arab. We did not used to speak English.
Now, I would have told him, ask what they identify as on their driver's license and their paperwork. Because you know both of them said, I'm Middle Eastern. Uh-huh. But what's on that driver's license? You're white. Come on now. And who they say they run a game on? Young Brother Trey? Start asking them that question if you're going to do it. So it'll continue.
Few years ago.
Oh, for real?
Yes, so I consider myself Middle Eastern. That's how I classify myself.
How do you guys feel about like somebody not liking themselves, so they want to be like somebody else? So for example, this black woman right here, she basically says she wears wigs that look like white women.
And shout out to all the natural sisters in here. I see my sisters in the chat room, man. Okay. Hey, that's what's up, man. I applaud that. You know, because again, I understand sisters want to switch up their look, but hey, okay. That's what I like about my chat room, too. Because, you know, for the newcomers that don't know, you know, we try to foster an environment over here where black men and black women can have discourse, even if they disagree, you know what I'm saying, be civil. But it's comfortable to know what people will say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they'll say, you know what I'm saying, what they're rocking. I like that, man. Shout out to you, sisters, man. So hopefully that'll encourage more of our sisters. We bring that thing back. I wouldn't mind seeing us go back to that 70s movement where that's all we were rocking. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know? But hey, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let it continue.
Women's hair because she doesn't like her own hair. Why do you think that she would say something like that?
I think that like depends to the individual, and we can't judge somebody else because we've never been in their shoes. So we don't know what it's like to be, for example, I have no idea what it's like to be a black woman with a certain kind of hair, and every day I hear certain comments or your hair looks messy or things like that, or what it's like to do your hair care routine every single day. So we can't judge people because we've never lived in their shoes.
And also like things like societal expectation also plays like a big role in that
Yeah,
too.
I mean, since like we've been born, we like have seen that like straight hair is like the norm, but we haven't seen appreciation for like.
I gotta throw this in there. I know this is adjacent to the conversation, but since they're just so, we don't judge, we don't see race and all this, I wish he would have asked him about reparations. Oh, okay. You think black people supposed to get reparations? And I don't say that kind of trade content, but boy, I just thought about that because y'all get the air that they're projecting. Oh, they're these liberal, Middle Eastern white women. Gets it, they're basically white. Okay? We ain't gonna play that game. They over here, they identify as white. They ain't running around saying, I'm Middle Eastern, don't call me white. Yeah, who they think they fooling? But I would have loved for him to ask them some questions like that, though. Let's let it continue.
Like coils or curls or tighter curls or different kinds or afros. So I don't think that we can judge her because she wants to wear wigs. I think we need to take a look at like the societal standards that were put in place in the first place that made her feel like her hair wasn't beautiful.
So do Middle Eastern women appreciate like coils and black hair? Oh, you guys do?
We have curls. I mean, if you look, for example, I'm Syrian, so we have various textures, but Egyptian women, Moroccan women, we have different hair types. Like we have the curls that are, my little sister has curls that are very, very tight, and she's like of Palestinian origin, so it's different. Based on every country, there's different kinds of hair types, but we appreciate different hair types because we have different hair types.
So like if your little sister were to say, I hate my hair, and she wants to go put on a wig or a weave, like, do you think that's okay for her to do because she gets to make her own decisions, or would you rather say maybe something else?
I would teach her right now to not do that and like love her natural hair, but as she grows older, that's definitely her decision. It's an individual choice, but I think that you encourage them by complimenting their natural hair, by teaching them how to do their hair in a way that's like manageable, easier, how to be loving of their hair and just like of themselves with curly hair in general.
So they should be taught at a young age how to do their hair, how to love their hair, and everything like that.
Yeah, of course.
I love it.
Okay, so now speaking as a black man on this subject, and salute to the good brother Latrevia Lawson for the cash out. Thank you very much, my good man. Now, this is what I would say. Encourage our young black girls and black boys that nothing wrong with your hair. And you got to be strict on them comments about good hair, bad hair. The hair growing out of your head that God gave you is good hair. Okay? I would be quick to shut that down in my household. I'm like, where you get that bad hair from? I'll explain that to me. I would sit my children down, make them explain to me what's bad hair and where did you hear this from? We don't do that in this house. Everything God gave you growing out of you is good. You have it. Okay? So, you know, them low self-esteem comments, stuff like that, you got to nip that in the bud early. Let's let it continue.
That answer. It was nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
I like both of your hair. How do we get more black women to be like her and like you with the natural hair?
By normalizing it.
Normalizing
and it when it's out.
Is your hair 4C?
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is too. A lot of black women don't like to wear their hair when it's in a shrunken state because they feel like it's not beautiful that way. But what do you have to say to the black women that think like that?
I feel like that's subjective. I don't think all black women think like that.
Of course, not all, but yeah.
And I feel like it's just a matter of kind of like seeing that. Well, also it's seeing a representation.
Okay.
And I think that it's also, it just takes a lot of self-work. Not everyone's gonna have that, and it just takes time, but also meeting the right people.
And how did you gain the confidence to wear your natural hair, or have you always been this way your whole life?
I mean, it's still a love and hate relationship, but also like,
Okay.
I feel like just also being like exposed to the natural hair community on YouTube really helped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
So this clip right here is going to start from mid-interaction. This lady saw...
Now, this one is about to be a doozy. It's about to boomerang back around to the first portion of the broadcast. That I don't need a man stuff and all of this. And see, let this be an example to the young women listening. You don't want to get this age and be sounding like this lady right about to sound right here. Watch where this goes.
I was filming, and she basically asked me, you know, what are you guys doing? What are you guys filming? And I explained it to her, and then we started to have a conversation about hair, and then I signaled to my cameraman to turn on the camera, and this is where we pick up.
A youth shouldn't be able to wear a wig.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
14 and 15, you shouldn't be wearing a wig.
A wig or...
Now, I agree with her on that.
fake hair, even braids.
I mean,
Yeah.
braids is something that black people has always worn. I mean, it depends on the braid hairstyle, but it could be a child hairstyle or it could be adult-like hairstyle. My niece wear braids, but she got to wear one that looks like a little girl. She can't wear a braided hairstyle that makes her look like an adult.
Yeah, so for me, it's not about the hairstyle, but it's about the fake hair.
You aren't a girl, so you can't speak for women and then say for you. You're not a girl. You don't wear fake hair. So I mean, you know.
No, but I mean the fake hair harms the black woman. That's what I'm saying. Like black women should wear braids, but just not fake hair braids.
Protective hairstyle.
Fake hair is not a protective.
Why do you think so?
Because what is it doing for you to protect you?
What is it doing for you?
I don't wear it, so it's not.
It really it shouldn't even matter.
It's not doing anything for me.
You know how men like to tell women
Yeah.
that women should stay in a woman's place. Don't you think that when you giving your opinion upon how you feel someone else should look that's outside of yourself is not you staying in a man's place?
Because black men are the leaders of black women.
But
so we tell black women what to do.
Who in the hell told you some shit like that?
That's
Woo, did y'all hear this? Yeah. And then he a young buck too? All right, so let's just deal with yeah, y'all know this about to get good, right? Okay? So let's just deal with what she said on his face about a man stepping out of his place, he critiques a woman about her hair, etc. To an extent, I see what she's saying, but if this man or a group of men is saying, okay, these are the women that call themselves wanting to be chosen by us, or they want to be with us, yeah, we got to say on what we like our women to have. Yeah, we within our rights to say that. What we want our woman to have, okay? So, you know, there's the balance and the context to it. Now, she said, who in the hell told you that? Well, this is the problem with her line of thought. If there was a crisis, she would be running to where all the men were. And if we looked at her and said, and she said, hey, y'all gonna help us and do something, we said, well, who in the hell told you we supposed to do that? That tune would change. Check out what she about to tell the young brother here and see how he handled this. Y'all watch this. Oh, brace yourself.
The truth. That's just our biology, by nature.
Yeah.
Because without all this society, we would dominate you guys. You guys wouldn't be able to have a decision.
Black men are out here pretending to be straight.
What do you mean? Hey,
How do you think a woman would
How did
let
you
a
get
man
there?
that's out here pretending to be straight dominate them? That's why women don't listen to men. Men are all over the goddamn place.
But see, I'm not talking about the males, like the boys. I'm talking about the men, right?
Yeah, but it's like it's so many men that's out here pretending to be something that they not. Why do you think women don't listen to men?
Well, I don't think it's.
I would have flipped this and see, this is a young brother here, Trey. I would have said, well, ma'am, do you know what the statistics are across all races of communities, all races of men in America? Do you know what the statistics on the LGBTQ male community is? Because that's not the majority of men anywhere in America. Even in Atlanta, Georgia, my city, where people over-exaggerate shit, the straight male is the majority of the population here by leaps and bounds. We outnumber gay men in Atlanta damn near 15-1. Okay? And that's on the conservative end. So, you know, I would have told her that, you know, even the total LGBTQ population is a minority in this country across all races and both genders. So, you know, I wish you would have had a bit more facts and data to push back with that. You know what I'm saying? And then she's gish galloping too, because she's really trying to change the subject. But I would have asked her, I said, okay, in a crisis, you telling me that, you know, we supposed to have your mentality? Who told you we supposed to have a responsibility to protect you? Yeah, see, you know, maybe Brother Trey is sharpen up. You know what I'm saying? He's a young brother and, you know, he does this just to see what people are saying. But I want to see him give some more pushback from a more, you know what I'm saying, well-informed perspective with some information they can't argue with. Or at least they can't argue with it and look like they got any sense. Let's let it continue.
It's because of that. I think it's just because of feminism, and they just want to do whatever they want. So then they make up excuses. But I'm just saying.
It's not that, because I'm grown. Why should you feel as though you should make decisions for me, another whole human being?
Because at the end of the day, you have to treat the woman like she's a child, in a sense.
As though I'm some.
Oh, nah, that was swinging below the belt. Are some women childish? Yes, but do you treat all women like children? No, you don't. Let me tell you something. My woman is very capable. I don't have to treat her like a child. No, you don't. Now, as the leader of a relationship, you instruct your woman, but that's far different from treating them like children. I posit to any man like this: what you're doing with a woman that you got to treat like a child. I don't want that. You may as well adopt a child or go have one. My woman has to be an adult grown woman that thinks on an adult wavelength with me, so we can make adult moves together. Okay? So, that's what I would tell any of the brothers that you dealing with women that you got to treat them like kids. What you with her for? Rethink your thought process then and your selection, brother.
One should allow that.
Yeah, so there's the end of that. Everything we reviewed pretty much, with exception of the pleasant young ladies that he was talking to about their hair, all of that would be a no, okay? Do all of this if you want to not get a good man, okay? But for the rest of the sisters that want to get some decent person, a decent brother, protector, provider, consider everything we talked about in this broadcast here tonight. And I hope I was able to make a persuasive argument to get you to think about what the value of a man is beyond sex and a wallet. Please, if you're a young lady on the sound of my voice, or any woman, consider my word, okay? We try to teach over here. So I got to ask the audience before we wrap, did you learn something over here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Did everybody learn something useful? I like to do a temperature check from time to time. Did everybody learn something useful over here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Shout out to all the contributors to the broadcast. If I didn't shout your name out, that's because sometimes, notifications don't pop up. But much respect to everybody support the platform. Everybody learned something over here tonight? Let me know. Sign off in the chat room. Yeah? The newcomers over here, hey, I hope y'all are able to take valuable, useful information from this platform, because that's what we try to do over here, okay? Now, bit of housekeeping before we wrap. The broadcast coming up tomorrow is not going to be what everybody thinks. We're going to do a retrospective, because it's not the first one I've done about our good brother Kevin Samuels here. We're going to look at, some of the controversial things that he was talking about, and we're going to look at some of the things he was right about, okay? It's time for us to re-examine some of that, and it's not going to be done the way a lot of people would think. It's going to be respectful, you know what I'm saying, because that man is deceased. Not going to disparage the deceased, but we're going to take a good look at some of the things he was talking about. And I think everybody's going to enjoy that broadcast, okay? So we'll be here at the same time tomorrow. Hopefully y'all will show up and get something out of it. With that said, salute to y'all, Black first, and I will see you all in future content.